and affordable fuel anymore. That is the reason we have our branches spread all over the country for easy access. For good and clean fuel, the only place to go is Jar Oil. Your need for good and durable petrol, gasoline and kerosene has been covered by Jar Oil, so you need not to worry. Walk to any of our branches and get served to satisfaction. With Jar Oil, your satisfaction is our priority. That is why we have branches at your doorstep to make accessibility easy for you. With our professional and friendly staff, we can assure you satisfaction. To get the best fuel for your engines, the only place to go is Jar Oil. With Jar Oil, it's all enjoyment. That is why we are offering you low charges at our stations on the Coastal Road in Banjul. For more information, you can call 770-8080, 322-9070, 714-7273, or 387-1321. Jar Oil, the pride of the nation.
We take pride in satisfying every customer's financial needs.
Introducing the future of hassle-free and seamless financial transaction. The Una Wallet app, empowering you to effortlessly manage your money anytime, anywhere. With the Una Wallet app, you can now enjoy branchless banking, wallet-to-wallet transfer, wallet-to-cash, and bank cross-border payments, deposit at a bank, and withdraw from any Una branch. Get ready to experience the ultimate banking convenience with the Una Wallet app. With just few taps on your phone, you can effortlessly add funds, withdraw, and send money to your loved ones. The Una Wallet app also provides a detailed history of your transaction, making it easier to track your expenses. So, what are you waiting for? Download the Una Wallet app today on Play Store or App Store and say goodbye to hassle of traditional banking. Uno Forex Bureau Limited, delivering much more than money.
Assalamualaikum badung ngai bismillah na Kerr Fatou program ton kami natale jang aramso bi murunta na jang koteke kakacha natale nale noma ale ajile ko na polo ko bi nga Pa Manneh Lesotho nalbe news follow kan ale ko Pa Manneh yatel elect newly as the United Democratic Party campaign manager. For the past few weeks, obviously UDP, they advertised they were replacing some of the executive members. Many resigned the positions to become campaign manager, deputy campaign manager, administrative secretary, and deputy administrative secretary, media affairs, and of course, I think first female vice president youth wing. Nyunbe plus all the ya election on it, and people vied for those positions. A lot of people. Yalon ka ni UDP ni to be hani internal campaign le camera presidential election la bari kabiri election kita kamta e molbe to monne fo bi be settled wala tin campaign manager Pa Manneh bari ni ko campaign manager wala ka candidate wala ko wafi campaign manager wala moti mi yalon ko ateleka lead in the campaign to elect the president wala na biya katanya bis sewo kuti ka Pa Manneh nati na Pa Manneh nge bismillah Kerr Fatou for the first time.
Abarka Aja Fatou. Say what Africa Najang for the first time, anatake watu mi alonko get a campaign manager for the United Democratic Party, going towards the 2026 elections. Yeah.
Alla campaign you'll do that.
Yeah, I do tell you, but for normal, it's very normal in UDP. Weeks ago, a flag bearer campaign which was more tense.
All the tense, yes.
Near Jube, Tonya, traditionally, Dabo, used to be the choice of the people of the party. But this time around, a stiff challenge pationing la process ka independent nyame ka transparent nyame Usainu himself wouldn't tell you actually something cannot go under Bali we know. So it was very tough. It was very tense.
It was tough and tense.
Yeah.
But eventually, particular flag bearers like me, and that's who you are trying to sell to the Gambian people for the 2026 election. Mina wotole, how you intend to sell him, how the party intend to attract voters, especially new voters, because ngalneko voter registration supplementary bekelale. But follow, jumalum Pa Manneh. Bayro nyina sinya follow timbesila mbekachala. Bayri kabiri ko Pa Manneh. Pa Manneh. It's important. There are a lot of younger people. Political kono to kalong jumalong Pa Manneh. Abotamintole adunta political kono muntumale. And then obviously we'll come to your journey.
Okay, Abarka Fatou. Among kolea puruka for itemu jamalti. Sometimes ni ajibe safa koleata. Safa murobuka fang
kumoli.
Baributu. Kumala suti yakama. Officially, ikafanya Pa Manneh.
Pa Manneh.
Wala mtuoti officially Pa Manneh.
Okay.
But political kono honorable Pa Manneh. Katu be political kono ntata fo keta ward councilority.
Okay.
Very na made soul. In school. Jama kafanya Zoom. Most of them, near me. Oh, that's Zoom on Kerr Fatou.
Okay.
But mujalol tierolete. Mujalol tierolete. Jalol ka fonyele jonkelefa. Warante ka bunyancho.
Mane nyancho. Okay.
But abrikamale, uluta abrikamale, mkuluta abrikamale.
Okay.
But it's chosano to. Mfa bota fladu YBK.
Okay.
Mba bota sankule kunda. Fladu sankule kunda.
Okay.
So.
Wataite Mugambia lati. Mkoite Mugambia lati. Ibota fuladu sankole kunda. Ibota funya Birkama. Wataite Mugambia.
Absolutely.
Politiko kumasta nyadile.
Oh, politiko la kumasta hondu. Yalong. Wati dantan koma. Ngamira flota na activism lala. Tengamira bring na dindi ya. get activists, natural activists, but katambi wala na first year in high school, this was in 1986. Na first year, na first day in class, na teacher nata, na lecturer, I first suffer minke on the board, the blackboard was apartheid. I always suffer. 1986, yes.
Wow.
Ako ay mul yinenka jumala ni war apartheid. So now mombe ya start ka kumol for yemen long and stuff. Then we started to discuss on apartheid. New system of governmentality in Pretoria in South Africa. White supremacy system of government. Kabringa ukacha. Then wakono Nelson Mandela la struggle in it. Namun kacha taji. Bira bota wala nata na association of Yemen formed ikafa Gambia Anti-Apartheid Society. When atinan dunta wukono because walu ngambi moy South Africa governance system membiji. Ning Mandela be struggle ke kanyami. Pourquoi banko nati aike betati. Nga feel ko tonya ning atara mol kamara loke e kamara loke no wunyama. Na be South Africa sikeno bladol tole. Bari banku dingulu wolle ka lo ka pare ka jeko ni governance system be kala banko kan ay system wote mi yalanko is more democratic and it's more inclusive. To preparation on kala wala. So I agitate to be an activist but to have a political sense for now. Ntata wokono Gambia Anti-Apartheid Society for at some point change to Gambia Anti-Apartheid Movement. Abutaji closer to 91 minya lonko apartheid regime nyimbe banna South Africa kono Nelson Mandela be free la. Gambia ba adabula la struggle nyin kono. Nationally it was a National Anti-Apartheid Committee. Then wokono around 87 88, the birth of DOI, the People's Democratic Organization for Independence and Socialism, came. High school from 1-2, Wotamo, ngaji ko DOI natanang, I align myself to them.
Like a lot of people though.
Yeah, very well.
Because it's their messaging.
No, ila contribution towards ka nyimbanku mul kalamutandi.
Kalamutandi.
Wote downplay nola.
Yes.
And I still have that moves respect for Khalifa Sallah and
Sidejat,
yente kunindi bake
political
kono bake so ninsa for political kabo activism to graduate from activism to politics doile wo
okay
tartawo kono for 92 elections came 92 elections bina wato min nafatu in as much as nga doi orientation or benna and stuff, what mom for nanga miro sort of PPP man sakunda be young for nearly 30 years. Oh, nyanta faling nyanta kela and then NCP was here in as much as party dol be young. But the NCP is closer to bringing change because it vast support sort of so joined the NCP to support NCP in 92. So now okay. Then 92 election on that,
For time, did you believe what time or moments to the attack ganye omunu NCP instead of Doibe no minto?
Yeah.
Okay.
So in as much as believe that Doila
ideology
and stuff,
but
the purka falling okay.
You believe that you okay.
No. Need support. What time is not a matter of Yafoko be register la as a member or stuff. Be la support ni fankole.
Can be aligned with the party,
now okay for election or tambeta. 92, 93, 94 kudeta keta. It doesn't go well with me. In as much as I feel ko lapanu falling yeke.
Bari malaf kudeta.
Hani malafala kudeta la karola. So man kudeta ni support. So bawa keta wala nyama. Tatawo kono ye partiol be ban. For banko muli aje ko banko nyanta mula to constitutional rule. Wakono came UDP. because ye party will ban then GPP PPP mi yalon ko le mara lola ye fenke you know kata NCP
nyo
bawo ye ko open bari yetel bande so moliaje banko moliaje ko political party nyanta tarla janna mimbe force sotola to contest
against the
incumbent 96 elections you know ye party o law you know kabria law you know allo nyaaye nyaabo folo ha nyin kamala ko party mimbe mara lola PPP NCP mi yalanko was a staunch opposition
of the PPP.
They came together. GPP fanaba akang janala nga GPP fanala campaign dojele what mo 92 ma fanala. What mo fana fenka then I was in Basse. You know, fana stiff tabaki. But these people all came together. Ka one party law. We mi itanila ko nyil mang nyil me fanje nyile bankola. If they want people want change, they should come together. You know, so when nyabo the formation of the UDP la, you know. But then Tata, you know, for nga moika foko be nyaton kanyino, you know, for yemo jama for komi yemil point, o man na possible, for inata na usinu dabo la kuo mira. Yo, when I listen to the story, you know, usinu la kuo nate kono nyaming, for ya inform nyaming. Fa nata wakili ka fuko okay mba jubelal kana fa nata nang anata na d'accord ko kono atafana min jibe mi ya tinna be parela ka song UDP lead at that time ngaw fana jube because you know when I look at his documentary in as much as afota ni ajembe documentary nying mba refer to that because moja maya wala jibe.
That's the documentary we did.
You did.
And I want to make a clarification here.
Right.
I had some people claiming ito leo documentary concept safe. Ya di Amadou Jane wouldn't tell a porno documentary there. I want to make that clear. That's not true. That documentary is my idea. Because I believe the man. Gambela jurisprudence UDP ni usenu dabo minke jang fewo fembe Supreme Court nga case noma ito leake. So for me, when I sat down with we said, you know what, this is going to be an interesting story. We wanted to do 3 people, you know, Ate, Halifa and others, but documentaries are expensive.
Right.
So kabring ate approach ate sonta sirif konyeko we were tabling about it, approach our son, let's try this one first. Maybe next election we can do another one because it's expensive and it's our initiative.
That's true.
But yeah, I just wanted to clarify that nobody helped with that documentary. 100%. The only person I want to thank was Karamba Ture. When we wanted to edit the dates of Kulming Hapunta, we reached out to him and he helped. Thank you so much, brother Karamba. But yes, that was Kerr Fatou production. And I'm happy that you are referencing that documentary.
Definitely.
Thank you.
Yeah. You know, ninga moi, you know, Milia Kudeta in 94.
Yeah.
These are young soldiers. Milia Lanko in Insembe Bale Nat.
Yeah.
For Ninkolam, Ibalobe Kandiring, Katuala for Yellowbe Kandiring at the time. You know, in as much as at some point they would say it'll go in Natalie, some few years Yamuru barracks.
Yes.
And then they are not interested in politics. It's a dirty game.
Yeah.
But during the course, Natajele, how much Sembo and political power ye
somebody hold on, they're telling me mic. Can we check whose mic is this? Mustafa, can you check this out? Because this is a very interesting interview. So let's make sure his sound is okay, right? It's okay. Go ahead.
Yeah. You know, some political power, they really want to be in power.
Yes.
You know, so obviously, in as much as, you know, conditions they should return the power to constitutional democracy. Yeah. You know, I want to believe they will do everything, everything possible to stay in power. Now, moment ding be la filaka will contest. Yeah. When I had Useno, la grandchildren and some of his children in America, when they were like happy when they heard that, oh, their grandfather or their father is coming to the Gambia, he's going to contest an elections, and if he wins, he's going to be president. Oh, and we will go to State House. They were like happy. Yeah. And he was like, no, wait a minute. You know, mark you, I'm bitter. situation in the economy it's a different ball game.
It's going to be a tough game.
Yeah, because these are young people, soldiers. They want to be in power. They are young, and for me, if I want to contest, I should expect a lot of things. Nyanta kujamale nyilla kujamala milboko mutaro butero sorondiro hanifaro.
Yeah.
So we will think it. Bari me yang fenke usen la koto, knowing all that.
Yeah.
Ko bina obe face la you came mol ko itelam andu ya kala mutako ye modol chodile wol dol mang song dalilol kan ila on dalilol kan.
Yeah.
But still that you risk ko tenke to get into the field, to lead mola ko kama. Umu risk balti.
Yeah.
Umu risk balti and umu sacrifice balti. So wol among other things, ya tinale nyinkendo la ko jarta nyiku jamala, so ni obe jube, nga jube ko woto UDP long patriote miya long ko mo nyanta support la fana. Komi nga miro minke ko NCP, sutiata ka PPP bonde nyaming, UDP le fana sutiata ka AFPRC o APRC bonde. Woto mobe nyante la cool blala UDP le kono nga nyil bondi nga banko return to multi-party democracy with the rule of law. Then ning atara playing game on playing field on level then sinan na cool ke wala at nafanga UDP support back and from that day on I be with the UDP
since that's 1996. Wow.
Yeah. I be with them Tata 2001. Yala ubina wato minna then ye ban lift.
Yeah.
Or election ye ban lift.
Yes.
Then the parties came back. NCP, went on their own. Ka fenke.
Yeah.
PPP for nanata low kotenke ye fang restructure. And then but model million ko be party lokono kata GPP. They maintain the UDP. But towards the 2001 election again, kachana take purka foko, nyim party dol nga still nga jube nga candidate killing tombo.
Yes.
Wakacha keta wato minna, nakeba do, nakeba tero, the late OJ Jalo. Nga remember atele nata license sort of from Sadauda purka PPP lead at the time. I mean for all of nyente ko tonya 30 years PPP lebe maralo la jang bari bitun kabrin coup d'état keta kuma jamal le fota PPP ma e man chan soto no pour que fan seneyandi dum janjang keta adum 96 election e kafuta le UDP lo no ban bota wato min nani election o nyinte ma suti atale pour ka foko itel bitale ye fandida potenke kananan kaloy fangoye abe koleala adung imantara nyinka mako pour ka foko itel danko don PPP ye muru na mansa yala bari be minto wala nyente ko banko ye muru to multi-party democracy in which the constitution and the rule of law be respect la na be wala nyama woto UDP mi yalan ko is already established and I base soto and useno dabola popularity at that time mota question la they would rather join him and then go. Wala na that PPP kafuta
UDP
and GPP fana kafuta Asan Musa Bijele the late nakeba then NCP wale nyomo manna
kawole team
well they went on their own so be yang kono be UDP kono be UDP korosila nganyabo soto party wala kuona back until we contested that election also some reason the party wasn't announced
the winner. You were defeated or you were not announced the winner?
Well, we were not announced katung mala minket until ka wala nyama bao during the process nka minje wala minte ko tonya mbe ganyela le nanga tata ganye bali anyin kan surprise le dal ka nyinde bao until mu loi karandengol leti you know dum be electoral commission min bije you know mbela judi lelale respect lale you know ye min foton son tawolla hanning atara manken diat
hanna mankal diat okay okay
you know so that's the way we went from Botawokono tata towards 2006 this time around wo mbina dun kan wo kono wato minna gambian koliya jeko tonya hanibi kafu nyomu nyanta continent you know Gambians in diaspora will name dabo Gambia quoto you know they have always been very very instrumental ka jeko Gambia be tala nyamen e dakije ning atara fengolom ya kije ning atara mirolom ya kije in as much as they respected the parties milialon ko be jang but they really wanted the people to come together and see ebe unify la nyaming you know so that it's a change nyafe you know political leaders will command in Atlanta you know purkati kachandi you know but we bekela watu minna fana you know we atara tel UDP mi yalon kon tel bije then secretary general na organizing secretary then was Lamin Wajwara Lamin Wajwara Marodi Nakeba blessed memory you know abije watu minna I was so close to him you know I understand him so much respect him so much you know then there was this misunderstanding until you know he left the party.
Yes.
You know, when he left the party, you know, but Commandiro Cabraket at Atlanta, he was also invited.
Yeah.
You know, Tataji Nata, you know, he had people Milia Lonko, Olia Fayanko, why not you also form your own party? You know, Jube. Because Ngalong, Mimbiji, sometimes Gambian Kul Dulbiji will changing Ibukala Fiki Bato, you know, so they want it and they want it now.
Yes.
You know, sometimes ngamira for dolie wo action orientation ology atela Carola. You know, they feel he could, you know,
he could be okay.
You know? So when that happened, you know, he came, he talked to us. Kajube Ninsi, another movement form, you know, a political party outside UDP,
okay.
You know, and see for a second alternative, you know, and then I joined him, sympathize him, you know, in that cause, you know, we formed the National Democratic Action Movement, Ndam. You know, I became the National Youth President of that party, you know. But we forming Kola along Natana doing coalition talks kono again. Atlanta ming Uluta Atlanta. Now wokono ye Halifa Sala le tombon je. Gambian will be ye Halifa Sala le tombon. Prasi ke the coordinator of that coalition talked. Definitely mbe profitola hanibi. Ka Khalifa tentuka jay ala lodula nyim banko la politiko to ani muli jiko min soto when it comes to try to talk to people and bring them together mol ka jiko soto to bake naya ko tama aka walk kabri okay anata nan kabra anata nan you know he visited all the political parties ka fo ka chamin keta Atlanta and the Yambula coordination ola not a walla punga kacha lungminna be wa mitla I was there with him you know and then we all agreed you know and then a location was identified you know first meeting be kala daming kabido woketa I was part of that meeting when meeting wole you know I itandi that we want an alliance what type of alliance do we need you know, Kachakije, you know, until we come to the name of the alliance, National Alliance for Democracy and Development, NAD. You know, Onata Wole Nyama, you know, how do we want it to go? But that who are going to be the executives of that alliance also. Minnata for Wolom Patiol Milialanko in the opposition at that time. That's DOI, PPP, NRP, Ndam, UDP, and GPP.
What about NRP?
NRP for Nangaka.
Yeah, NRP, yes.
Will be in the opposition. So each of those parties is a leader and a deputy.
Yeah.
Will
a member
executive members.
Okay.
Yo, the fact that until ndam na executive na leader mu la mi wajwaralti but na deputy leader ni mu Ousseynou Mbengaleti obe America le.
Yeah.
Bawati Jang te being the national youth president. Siato Yala at the
executive level. So you are in the executive?
Yes, okay. I was an executive.
Okay.
Intending Ajaya Fatou Sonko. Until leka fenke. You know.
Okay.
So we experienced dinner because we 2 years.
Okay.
Not talks be on. You know, purka jube, you know, benala nya dile under one umbrella. You know. But we talks fana kono. Niaje kacha binala, you know, ngabunya basoto sien dabola. You know, we talks kono.
Yeah.
Nga lodula je kono bakele 2 years albe siring albe kachala albe kul kachala bankola ko albina nyamin together, you know. Purka kunati banko molbe sula la preminna yalong albe nyo korosi la ku jamal laje albe nyo lon na ku jamal laje the late Asan Musa Kamara wolom the chairman tino you know so obviously ni mol milia lon ko ngefo you know PPP oje jalo ala deputy monu landi jalo sonkolti the late you know wollam executive member solti NRP Ahmad Ba anin Duloba the late wallam no
executive member
then Doy Khalifa Sala you know aning Sidia Jada sometimes Sam
Sarsina okay
you understand you know then aning
UDP
Ousseynou Dabo aning Yaya Jallow the late party those days you know so until leka metno but natana technical committee sort of fana of NAD or technical committee fana kamitle so party ye mu fula bondi fana mi ya lonko mu la technical committee member nga advantage min soto nyento wala minti nte kile munu executive member tile at the same time get a representative of my party at the technical committee
also. Okay.
Exactly. Ngamira nte namanke Halifa Salati.
Yeah.
Nte ning Halifa Damalo moti mi
committee floor.
Sit in those.
Okay.
So obviously somebody who's
that was a lot of experience.
Yeah, very well. Sitting with all those people.
Yeah.
You know, be kachala, be whole table, be whole kala fo whole be ketan, tambita whole bela.
Yeah.
You know, kumala suti aka masilang fo nata 2013.
Yeah.
2012 elections, batala 2011.
Yeah.
You know, but
not established the which year?
20
Ndam, sorry.
Ndam.
Yeah.
Ndam established after 2021 election. That's
2011.
2003, 2004, towards 2006.
Okay.
Elections.
Okay.
You know, but yalo manana contest
because of
between split nata
kele.
You know, split nata you know. Bari ngamin karang wo fana kono one thing adun lafta puru banko moli crosser ke woto you know bring a not law ntata to a point ko ba mbe lafring ay ke clinty you know until bela patiol ngela cool down play one entity soto you know what we would register it as a political party so not was registered as a political party you know in so doing what not nyanta symbol sotolale one you know and anyanta color sotolale flag you know so wo flag tombon wo symbol wolom nyingti yaje ni ajube nying alliance 2016 alliance me Adama Barrow na fe you know you similar symbol la soto
okay
you know and not la symbol
okay
but flag wo min fana use like that's the ash color originally womu ndam la quality party ka color le soto e come register with the
I see yeah
when we wanted a color for NAD it was difficult most colors
have been used
no and IEC ya for a color like I think black and I don't know black and I don't know which color e man la fi moyo water because it fana kala fi color la mi ya lonko when it comes to finge be all use la as independent color you know so color so left the exhaust la more you can see even in those days, you know, traditionally PPP la column blue have been NRP blue because they were banned. When PPP came, they couldn't have it. They used pink. You know, you only use. You know, so wokono until nata jibe ko kacha nata ke. Ba until ndam mallo nyinka madam fo don kon lafta wajwaral kela president waranten lafta fenkore. You know, nga wale ole keta drong nga alternative fenkata. But ultimately what we want is change. So obviously ning atara oppositional be you know wo jeri nyaleje. You know, they coming together. Why not you
stay with them?
You sacrifice some of your stuff. You know, so ndam nata na ila kola ta di as kola.
Di
nga chika nga di nadla. Okay. Until deregister. So ultimately ndam nata deregister le.
Okay.
Because until mim bentel bulu drong wolong falingo eke at that time.
Okay.
So ni falingo bekela amanjari ndam ya soto.
Okay.
So man na kola di that as kola di
nadla. Okay.
But in tata fo flag biara to mo bekela wato minna amanna fenke janjang keta. You know. But one thing for now I would let people understand. Mbenyi be fo kan pour molia long sometimes ni lafta ka dung alliance ko no nyanta mil be mirala.
Okay.
E nyanta mola judi la nyame. Until in as much as we are our own party, until sonta nyinna ko, you cannot compare us with UDP. Until bota UDP le bala. Definitely ntita nyaton ko mola ni UDP ka nyo saba nyaton ka. O teto nya ya nola.
But is it true ko what muna kita nadla problem osino? Muna nadla problem osino. Muna kita nadla problem osino.
Problem with that damning. Basically all consensus man soto in selecting the flag bearer. Because maybe you know we should have tried to select a flag bearer through consensus. You know, new among possible no we go to primaries. So but consensus man soto no before we go to primaries nyomo yo man keno janjang keta.
Okay. All right. So kabarin ndam de register ta puruka la flag ko di nadla ila political transition nata kenyadi. Nata kenyadi.
Nad nata bidding kunyi man nata. You know, then towards the election, UDP went on their own, and then NRP joined them. In that race. I think that was 2011.
Was it 2011?
No, 2007. 2006.
2006 election.
2006 or 2011.
I think it's 2006.
Yes, 2006. You know, they went on their own. Then the remnants of NAD remained, and then Khalifa became the candidate. You know, and things didn't work. You know, until the subsequent Fenkolu. You know, then we remained that way. You know, until 2011 also came. You know, no headway. You know, then after 2011 elections, you know, 2000 National Assembly elections nata 2012. You know, Wokono. You know, na participation in politics again. Breaking in tar. You know, during that period. You know, na participation came when that National Assembly elections came. You know, Brikama nga Buba I Sane Londi as an independent candidate. You know, and then I played a leading role.
No,
independent.
Okay.
Minketa because that year UDP boycotted
the elections.
You understand? You know, so Buba Nata on an independent ticket. You know, people of UDP supported him. You know, and then he won. You know, when he won that election, 2012. You know, 2012 Botana Drong. You know, 2013. The local government elections Nata. You know, Kabirin local government elections Nata. I will tell you, Niaje Mbafalako Keta Kansilote. No. I went on the ticket of the APRC. You know, there have been, you know, people have to understand this. I went on a ticket of APRC 2013. Niya jube wofana keta nyaming. Adun lafta wofana yeke moliye wala dati. Political complex tale.
Yes.
You know,
very complex.
But I need a strategic lale.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, coming out for the the National Assembly election of Minketa, I played a leading role to put up Buba as an independent MP against a candidate, an APRC candidate, me along wala first time kele.
Yeah.
Even ala mol milbe in the constituency, ila ta falinale. But the executive fanko nata pour kaje ko I maintain or protester. You understand?
Yeah.
But then the executive order min nata kaje ko he should be there. Well, you have to make sure he wins.
Yeah.
But he couldn't win.
He couldn't win. Yeah.
So ntinga role min play, you know, bubalawo election auto. Just after that, can you imagine?
Yeah.
The local government elections binala, APRC have to come and say for that election, local government elections that they cannot afford to lose.
Yeah.
They need a winning candidate. And for them, they care less where that candidate is coming from.
Yeah.
They just want somebody to be on their ticket and then win the election. Yeah, regional for and everything, because they came to me and I say, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
I have never been in APRC. You know, I have been an opposition. Just few months ago, you see me leading a campaign against your candidate, and then we celebrating Mahani Fenko Farm Bambala Follow.
Yeah.
You come to say, we don't care.
Yeah.
Until left me na kufula.
Yeah.
We were not happy with the results of the presidential elections in Combo Central. You understand?
Yeah.
One, because the opposition is one. We lose the parliamentary elections. And then Mimbembulu from our executive, everybody knows what I am. You know, it's like if we lose this again, we will dance to that tune.
Yeah.
And we cannot afford that.
Yeah. So
until we don't care, we want somebody. I say, but I can't.
Yeah.
They say you must.
Yeah.
Another thing you see, be divided politically.
Yeah.
You know, including Wokacha, including the late chief, the Mokeleng. You know, will be be divided. Sate be divided. I don't never book a political in Sate divide.
Yeah.
You know, and what we see is somebody like you need another. Maybe seek a sababoti, you know, moli kafunyoma.
Okay.
You understand? So after you consider back. I say, in as much as neneman pare cancel ya fang mantara miracle. You know, but the press on not a nyaming. I say, just allow me to go and talk to my people.
Yeah.
You know, I did consultation with my people. Purka itandiko. Preso be hiring nyaming. Amanke silanda amanke kuti. But what time after Kabiri Nilente consult opposition for no, you have to come on opposition.
Yeah.
And in opposition, it cannot be UDP because UDP will boycott. I will make it independent.
Yeah.
You understand? Let us look at the logic in this thing.
Yeah.
Already near Jube, 3/4 of the wards it are unopposed. What more APRC can do?
Yeah, unopposed.
Make sure.
Ila kande solita unopposed. That's true. That's true.
3/4 better unopposed. Adun gladol mil tuta jemili alam ko be contest la. Obviously, they just gonna win. You know. So near Jube, tonya ko be lari nyaming. Waka mean for political nyanyi matilin tantelale. So much that you know probably nintata on either side I would have won.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
So but nintata mean Jube at that time nintata on an independent ticket kong winter. Nintata cancel. Out of 28 probably councillors. Until I'm the only opposition councillor.
Yeah. At
the time, me Lonko, the ruling party went on their knees so that I can contest for them. You understand? Market. If I go, probably it will be difficult for me to deliver for my people. And on Qatar Council, it's not just a matter of kafoko. Ntata Council le mo councilority, and then at the end of the month, ngana allowance ta ngata. No, you need to work there, yet deliver for your people. So ning ata suppression o bekela prun kana okay. Yeah. But probably ninna mola kacha watu kon ngam fo yanko. Why not nga jube ko? Wow. na Pa Manneh, he's going on an APRC ticket, but he's going there for Nyambai ward. I do not have Nyambai ward. Until Pa Manneh opposition nka nbediamo kan wolle dam. Ala muta ko until Pa Manneh wole be nya cancel. And see whether I will deliver or not.
Yeah.
You know.
And you went on APRC ticket.
Yeah. So you know, and wolatina iteling hanyin defang. You know, so that don't mind, go. That's why Ngamira, you know, na campaign was one of the most popular campaigns, you know, during that time. Because more million long ko even opposition fan call. Bele kafra nyoma can support Ngana, you know. So that was how.
That's how you joined
yes, I became the candidate for APRC.
But after that, you won that election.
I won that election.
So after that, how did you fully transition into APRC? Because somebody who has fought to unseat the same government all these years, right? You were totally engaged in car making, so you believe that there should be change. How did you properly integrate into the APRC? How difficult was it?
It wasn't difficult because minketa bimbe dunna je man dunje nyin kamako mbe dunkang mbe cross carpet kan to the party.
Okay.
Ndunta nyine kamako nkata council.
Okay.
I'm gonna be a councillor.
Okay.
And ninga the TOR of a councillor long, and then ning concentrate work and wrong, and that's it.
Yeah.
Fine. I was green because I was on a green ticket.
Yeah.
You know, I went on a green ticket. I associate and with them. You know, but then I was doing the work of a councillor. You know, and at council, you know, handing atara, you come from different parties.
Yeah.
You know, nalbemo councillor, talbe chambers.
Yeah.
Normal circumstances. Albukala party.
No party callers.
The council.
The council.
You know, so do kunyi mang
Koleano. Okay. Okay.
That open on 2013, 14, 15, 16. You know, these elections come.
2016 election. So by the time of the 2016 election, you are in council around.
Of course, we were in council.
You in council. Okay.
We were in council. But what happened is, you know, 2016 elections, I supported the coalition.
Okay.
You know, naturally, akakewa nyama ni ajibe karadola. You know, momo minte takemo walati.
Yeah.
You know, kabiringo nata, force nata. You know, it reminds me of the NAT coalition. Na udroneje kuwa nyinkono. Coalition process o nyintata nyame ni kulbe de ngan NAT fen kujule de ngat. Oh, that's maso. You know, so naturally, I align myself instinctually, you know, to that. You know. One aspect. The other aspect is bidding UDP Adama Tombong. You know, Adama is a friend, you know, but he's a relative also.
He's a relative?
Yes.
Okay, Minauto. Is a friend, is a relative?
Yes.
Even it is our NPP. And Minauto. Okay, go ahead. I'm just teasing you. Yes.
You know, so. You know, Kabir Waketa, he called me to say.
It made it easier for you, right?
Yeah. You know, I can remember when he was selected by the UDP.
Yeah.
You know, he called me, you know, my friends were in presence. You know, say, Pa, hey, Korea Kibaro mo, nka mo, yentombone, you know,
wow.
UDP, tell him leader. Nko, oh, really? Nka mo kukendete. But nka yanko bari yalong coalition, kole fana be ngunu ka. Nga dua, we succeed, new succeed then nga dua wo fana select do ko bina award. You know, and that's what happened.
Yeah.
You know, Nala relation definitely yang put into giving my support to him.
Yeah.
You know, until the coalition come, you know, the convention Bekela Wato mean I can remember that Araba, you know, following and doing everything, you know, and then he called again after that phone call. Pa, yerisol dol moida. You know, honestly, even being the councillor at that time, you know, I supported.
You openly supported?
Not openly.
Okay.
In the beginning.
Okay.
You know, in the beginning, you
cannot do that. You cannot do that.
Know, so, back can do man. Can everything. Nanganiyo ni nadua ni na ko baby. Because tonya. Ntenga muta nonko coming nga PPP janu nyaming handing atara PPP mang fault jama jije nga fit ko mita inyanta palindale yo the same fenko ngawle soto with APRC.
Okay.
You know that falingu nyanta kelal sai you know ko bitaka nyami falingu nyanta kelal you know so what nanga ko support, you know, so I was in the thing, for election oketa, and then when the results were announced, I celebrated very well.
You said my friend is the president now.
Yeah, yes, not only, but change have come.
Change have come too.
Change that I have been working for all along.
Yeah.
And
it came through your party that you were before.
Exactly. Yeah. So it can you open fianco kono. Woketa at the tail end. At the tail end, mom from I remember, ila Timo Binakang from a tour, countrywide tour.
Yeah.
They entered Brikama. So we were there. I entered Brikama Beruleng, at one of my friend's house. Then ibinasilo minna yalo ni o Beruleng silo mutakata jamambaru.
Yeah.
Be na friend's house. He must be listening. I was watching, and then they will all remember. We were standing there. At first, I was like, katara koda kono peep mutul betaka jubilate lambe contending. But for some reason, mom fam mutano kutenkem funtita koda bundala nyami lota mano.
Yeah.
Because looking at people, seeing people mutul betambele. Fongaje adama la muto kanana. Malo mene chika drong. Funtita drong ala moto. I jumped on the bonnet to go and
hug him.
Oh wow! While it was open, so it seems I care less.
Yeah.
Because I feel change should have happened.
It was happening. Yeah.
So Kabiru Batala change keta, we celebrated. We went. Nga feel ko. Well, we will work on this thing. Tarta okono for at some point. Some issues start to raise between Adama and UDP. I wasn't happy because nga feel ko, Khalifa Kamemfo, it shouldn't only be a regime change. It should be a system change.
That's true.
I don't need system change yantakela, then that continuity yantatarla ila kuokonole. Nyo bondo ning walio manyana kataraje. So I wasn't happy with that. Nangani yoto akanake. Wole benkono. Panangana do purimul kere. Because among other things, ntenga feel ko Adama manke moti mensi maralokeno temaje maralati. Handing ayatara. Today, Adama would go out all the time. Akadiamu komomi yalonko ala maralo was destined. Ala maralo was and intemaje wanyama. The way I know him.
Okay.
I was close to him. So ngami muta wala minte ko ani mulle nyanta tarla system kono mili ya lonko e fahamta mili ya lonko alfalom mili ya lonko ye banko sotole isaje sinyo de mano banko ye change min yan isaje sa achieve no but natata molbulu mili ya lonko fansungu anin bi ye walaje abikole yala because ata handle nola maje ko maral lamo wayatinda ajarta nyako kundinna pour walio kanana adu wo mo kendel jamal ntenga wolje UDP la kono. You understand? Mfa delete la minda munda bije wato men amat sane ma kata ala usenu ni molmil be koma aninga koje nyame abitaka nu nyame ngaje ko gambianol binaka ne andu be parerin ka participate bankola do koto le nyabono malla fi woy kuntu adu nga lonne fana ko nin ata sonta wo kuntuta mbe min kono bi mbetarla wala kono because ate banko maranola because mol nyanta mi understand la coming e kam min fo ko wulo si wulo kon nyaawo nyaala ala nyin koyo ito wodiala mbe banko min kan patio min mu UDP ay base min soto jang aya do kule itana kayano la wala ni la fanyim banko marla e ko sumaya ni UDP si nyo fahama le nyo moye
ni lafta banko marale ko sumya for UDP si tarakol kono amanke UDP as the yellow party but UDP as a party that have worked to amass that support of the grassroots. You understand? Yeah.
Walatna nkaja ko ataka usenu la kumo misunderstand bidding wakafoko if you don't mind I would make the country ungovernable for you.
And, and honestly, the way he said it, it was in my interview. And thinking a low interview, like Ibrahim Dibala spoke on alone. Mr. Lawin the interview, so a meeting also to J. Ibrahim, yeah. So a lot of people were there among Kanano, so I couldn't race in. So I remember very well, I wore a blue shirt. I wore for them, and I see a lot of people cut that. I mean, for no Wolonko, ni koibe, ntelekaiko, ni koiba, come like, ni masakundai. Comme jamais cool dol min kala nini man sakunda ko be wokela la dum ako then I will make the government ungovernable. Exactly. It was a question of if they want to put that kind of pressure on him jamais min kala ako then we will make the government ungovernable.
Exactly.
So it was based on that question. But I mean all the politicians
he would, but he did. I have based Minkang, not him personally. Because I support Ming command from the people, and will believe Tala objective minna. You know, he would show to them that Nyinteng, and if he show to them that Nyinteng will be bola Nyintola. I don't need botato. Domondemu buka jama marano. You know, so wole bekela. You know, so you will be, you know, in government, you will be at governance, you know, but it will handle nola because it be mara lola, it be mil marakang jamanying will nila cool banta. Adung nyanto min dita ka jako it si recognized no as the president. When nyanta kilong le dila pruitel fana jako itel mubanku dingol leti inyante check lale. You understand? So wole cheko wole be chaundila. Ole bat na la ibe cool kela miya lonko anin cool titala milia lonko ibe la cool metandila. So the country is ungovernable. Ning atra modul ba mira lako making a country ungovernable is kafitino nafe one ka cool ke. That's not the case.
That's not the case.
You know. Okay. So you know that's what happened.
So since war time on in BTM ibe UDP.
Since that time, no, I was thinking first split bina wato mina, like I was saying.
Split bina,
yes, okay. I never wanted that.
Okay.
Because ngalo nako watate aransela.
Okay.
You know, I do nama aranse, utente diati. Because nte na ememfo. Wolo mnyente ko, we would walk, ila presidency kono, nga jeko, you have a happy ending.
Yeah.
You leave a legacy. Adunte nga mutako, prior happy ending soto, and I legacy leave. Ani UDP nyanta tar la kuo kono le fo janning abi ala fonyo wato binasi la fonyo.
Okay.
You know, so wala na no woman diante.
Okay.
A jatanye kuo kundi na purunga oke ngake.
Yake.
The wala na hanning atara at some point man na bendino ngani o minti woman keno for split nyin nata faye nyil bay ibotala man sakunda kono. I was with him.
Okay.
I stayed with him.
After the split, you stayed him?
Yes, I was with him.
Okay.
You know, until he made me a member of the political council.
Okay.
You know, that was before even
NPP. Okay.
Okay. Yes, we talked about the party thing because that's what he told me.
Yeah.
You know, he knows. You know, I was one person who was there to design a la last election me and National Assembly in Gemara.
Okay.
You know, he was coming to my house. We draw all the programs and stuff.
Okay.
You know.
That's good.
Everything.
Okay.
You know, you know. So I was there during the work in the political council. You know, time the idea of the party nata, of party union load and everything. But we be well, let me be there and see.
Yeah.
Tumando coming for. At day one, mala ko among se wonum bake barakata je molka mem folom ni isika nyawonya ni hakilo mang surwal kam ma matcha you know bari ni ni kata nyaton kote tumando alaka hikma dilale you know pour yeke sabar lati yeke la miral lati yesonko ini mol nyanta den na miro lale tumando ni wokata kulbe jelala no kulbe bol so let me be there you know. So that's why I was there with him. But during the course, nitata fo pationing sotota, pationing registata. Nga kulje bitaka nyame ngaje ko ngami ngasilanda min sota la kuoto wala bije. Afutata level to pour nga kachandino ayemoy a difficult. Nte na kanyoje nka kacha ba ninte nga kumo faye nkaje ko akalla moyete nga vega bari nte nga muta ko akadan wala to. You know, at the end of the day, Ming Fong can ye me back you know, at many times when we meet again, probably in public, he was like, oh, Pa, you're dating. dating, politician ba but dating, I was like, what is going on?
After the
Inteni take a kachamin bake, nka women befo. I mean, ikafu nyambe dating. What ite laftanga muneke? You just want me to go and call the press and assault Dabo or Lambang? That's not me.
Maybe be an attack dog.
That's not, yeah, exactly. Nga kulje wala nyama no. But when you bente jekan otherwise. That's not me.
But did you ever find out from him ilaftanga munefo mbe dating ka nanta min fo lonko fo tele ima now check
no fine but after that level to when we were at the council also political council
yeah
nakorosi ro wol kono after that level to because min keta ngani ko ya do min soto ala kuoto was when I feel ko sign all pareta la pour ka patio law ko I finance sotole I finance sol sotole look at patio law. He called us to a lunch at the State House. Walanjula, Adam Amba Fulenko, that's what breaks the camel's back.
For you?
Yeah, for him.
For him, okay.
Because I mean, intenga miracle that was wrong. Birin Satan and Walung Kumboda.
I want to get a
Ako Walunga attend the mon lako silang akaming tabia motale. But you be lola labe because financial soul totally. Kodo what a problem ti. Motolte problem multi ujama kamul jikindi na fulola ko amanya na kafo nyama ni be patio lola pour mole taraje pour ka do koke bankoye e manya na ka itande ko do fele wala keta bidaya start wala nta ko nta man kafama wo kamma nta ka fotama min kama wala mala legacy abe bonya kendo sotla nyin dulato nyaadile aning abe legacy min tula
barola the camels back barola camel man la back man break de katu ala patio faya lafta munekera kabra patio lo atelo mu president 2011 20 kabra mbodo 2021 kabra patio lo atata election la atela gagner andu ako apolo 2026 atelo gagner so hanna man gagner auto malam be kala auto kodi but let's accept ko atelo president so wala kamel man back de ite angul juma
mbe angulo minna
wa
wolom abe push kan at the end ila ending you see inte bla ending you see ending ila bon
okay imagine ko ala bon be imne mira ala bon
nga lonko afelenta be ko follow kam minna abe diala but it will not have a happy ending
okay
that's my problem tela ko be wala nyama
okay
iyaje wala yatina nyorita ala kafola wala yatina mfata ala kafola because man convinced no ko Barrow would have a happy ending.
Is it because Kabrim Patiolota, because you are part of the political council, you are part of the architect of NPP, you are part of all of this? Is it because it make an executive photo of Talanyaming, wala atine with NP, Imam Palaso delay sulota minna, and we kodo fanantandia landalman na kodoje. Is this all the reason why you left?
Ani kodoje tala. Kodoje. Let me tell you, unko for birin lumina okay. Kabirin bota wala. Some of the guys me along.
Charles, some might be say more herek my people they want it. Please check less on my it's kind of irritating. Yeah, sorry.
Kabirin bota wala. Kabirin nata. I can remember some of the people we were talking to. Yeah, moro nimi manke na fulti what mambaraka.
Yeah.
Saying because I mean for all of me to go. I'll prepare, I'll meet all organize, go and meet the people, prepare a budget, I will pay. So everybody was like, that's what I'm so kodo bije but intenga feel ko ning ata wolbe o fola intene mbaro e relation soto min tambita wala ndeta kala moti mi ya lonko mbetar la kafola kono mi ya lonko they just going after kodo mimbe nala ko kono
bari ma mira ko fanan that was a political strategy so wala tina be NPP e mansaya soto 2021 because kabrin president ko mo because I remember this if you voting I remember no dolom mama la uncle day mama atabe NPP la ndena ka so sonko na du tere ka fa enko ka aspa way ka sa min ka sa wala so ndene wala fen bari ni bitaya ralela e ka boyi de samba abuka most min ke bari ka motor le tare ge da be dadi ni won luas na yakela motor ko so obviously people saw a way of getting money. And when you start align with party in that level, mobe yalon ko karimu fature be janne ifana mobe kele be follow to bari be tula woto. And when people saw they could make money through that channel, they were making money, but they also make sure they stayed and they were bringing people, and that's why MPP is here up to today.
Thank you. Yalong wolom balafati. Yalong wole atina ntebe wole atina usienu jarta. You understand? You know, for me, that's not the case. It's not just a matter of contesting election and being announced the winner. Okay. Because you can contest election, being announced a winner, wasatara ila winning keta amantanin satul nin silola. Okay. You understand? But ni ming lose ta. Mi along ko ya announce ko wole man gagné. Wo is more credible. Okay. Ya je bimbe tembo minto teng. You know, nimma nyo keto. Alaji useno ye bunyani horomo min soto dunia kono ani Gambia banko kan. Yeah. Baro as the president ama soto. Baro la presidency na fo balale o briso bijele o fenko bijele but as a person. Yeah. As a person. Yeah. Ni alaji useno funtita ni banko kanjang ani banko bantala. Yeah. Aka receive nyaming by Gambian people. Wasatara imam mo entice, wasatara imam mo induce fenna, imam fendi mola.
Is this why you think Baro always Nadia Mtawato ataka kuma kando le faina ngala patilika? Because, and I keep asking people, why is Baro always upset with Usainu Dawo? Because Baro is president. Nadia Mtawato ataka ntol banku dingo hakilo blandiko. Atelon president, the president flag sonora bankoka. And I said that here on my show one time ago. But Baro, itelon president in beda kota. So nana watu watika hakilo blandi wala. Especially Minister Dawo that alkana nyinto Sibito alkana nyimina. We'll come to that. Alkan banko be dunimbu kono, and then Baro manka mankunda. Albe problem unatila mole Baro be sandol faila nanga kuma jamana atila. But it reminds me this. All the time President Baro, nyim political leader bebe nyim bankoka. Bari abuka fem faika. But Mr. Dabo all the time as a kumo fire kana. But Amanda Woto every time I can remind ko atelon banko president or the president fulate sotonola. So ati amira jumala ka fanke president fulani because ala party leader lo. Na binana yesilo be block 10 hours. So banku dingol la molom banku dingol la nyaton kolom yaje barote fem fonola ate kukenola ate mansaya birso itandi nola molla katambi ya jammela jam ya jambe jammara 20 years dum ngam ngansaya itandi ntemu mansality fengo felenti mba dishla authority mba tamandila mbe ko bekela barote futala ya ngore mama hanning atara aka fuko min bebe yaya bulu nung and everything a bebe mbulle ntela market so ko sa economic forum bate
economic bembulu ani molka wota ka ajiko ala hinante ya wole atina kuna hani yirdo nim fanta monta idomo nyal man killing you know so nka wole fotenti you know neo bejube henning atarate be ko do use la be ko kela pabe abe na into power he still he wins elections and stuff you know. But in coming for all the time, the ending, you know, yaya with all that, alabang kete nyaming, wante yaya diati, wante ala supporter sol na la party militant sol, wante diati, alabang kete nyaming, you understand? Adun tela miro be waleto, barola karola, wala nanka foko from day one, coming for wala mnyente ko, ala exit, abe kelang, abe talang, abe bola nyaming, you understand? Wala wala mira. Andung, niya jube among other things, because all the time nka labang la jube. Okay. You understand? Among other things, niya jube, kabrimbe bola la kuoto. Ngamira Jamal Mil Soto. Wolam. You know, I said it at some point. I said there was a time I was watching this TRRC. Mba jube ka be mol question la. Mol miya lonko. Ye tinyaroke, bake. You know, because ye order letter, order miya lonko. If only lonko amantonya ya, but ye order milita ya execute because ya feel like nimma tamandi mbe fola na palace wala walante nimma tamandi mbe min sotola nta sotola yo odal ta yet nyarolke you understand, but at the end if lenti na tay be parade la at the commission here wulu nyol ni wulu lal ni wulu dingol le bela mulbe jubela wonyala and everything. So humiliating.
Yes.
You know, wo touches me a lot. And nga feel ko ning ayatara baro faun ko transitional min keta Gambia jang 2016 ate karantale ya jamme karanta Gambianol karanta woto nte ngam fan konti mol kono min karanta nabe wonyama. Should I be part of a system o mi ya lonko kube tama kanje mi ya lonko ngaje ko wole tamata nka min jube no commissioner adu kabiri nga jube nkam fan fole nko ngam fan question ko say woto nte Pa Manneh ning atara no be in that position. Would I take that order and execute it just because mlafta tula palasol to don o nyabe ko do laba nene ngam fan nyen ka wala kabiri ngam fan nyen ka wala at the end ngam min fom fayen no takel katun ta nola ngatara siring commissioner to ndingo sukai warante yama be siring iben jibela ben doyala kula mi yalon ko ngake minnin luwalin sartol nin kulmanta ante wotanola odo nambe wonyama woto birin be baro system ko ngajube ko abe wo silole walankan it's better I leave.
Is it because I bring my question again? Is it because you are part and parcel of the setting of the NPP? You're a role play and you have a good relationship with Barrow. But Kabri executive will be made Dumbije. Imam Plasos Toje, Imam Kodoni, I mean promise, Imaje, then you had to leave.
Let me tell you, when it comes to Kodo first, Yalong Afwe na Kabiri Mbotaje, and say it on Nyajo Batana. Because nga feel ko nte tetarlaji. Ni molte kafula milialonko iba ketula iba tinyala labango tinyala. Natrate ni woli relation do soto atele along ani relation mi soto faye trust ay na fe pour ka do ko kay ban defana na special relation la soto otonte o betrayal. I will not do that. I will not go into that. When it comes to the executive, let me tell you that this milialonko mota dispute la. I am one person. Me along kon lota karema kajeko NPP patio anyanta executive sotola. Patio lota le I watchta janama janabe executive sotola.
Yeah.
Because members of the political council then ya feel like it should continue being the executives of the party.
Of the party.
I want to believe some of them ye fearless sotoko ning ayatara eko council be dissolve la executive law, probably some of them will not be part of the executive.
Okay.
Wayati na fenketa I stood my stand ni moli kacha among kaje ko patiote lono la ma executive soto handing atara council members will be bekela part of that executive but anyanta kele wala nyama waketa. Let me tell you this, me along ko mota dispute la when we were selecting the first executive of NPP. I was selected as the first organizing secretary of NPP.
Okay.
Let me tell you this, Kabiri Woketa, I declined after Kabiri Woketa, on that same meeting, I declined.
Wow.
You understand? Because we're not a nyaming. I have seen a game playing during that selection that there are few people, me alonko, I think for whatever reason, they didn't want me to be
part of the executive.
To man that position.
Organizing secretary. Okay.
Na jero e wala itande. You understand? Ngawo je ko kono. Wokono and watarante tombontale foka pare. But they play their game that I saw already to the extent that inatana kuonye murundi kutenke. Okay, bawo president ya fole ko ninga selection for a position. Ning atara mo fula fenketala. You understand? Emmanuel or two names and say, well, somebody then he will do the final selection. You understand?
Yeah.
That's the time in Atanake, they selected me and Fabu Sane.
Yeah.
These two names, president.
Okay.
You understand? Biru Keta or Kolalam, Internatana decline.
Decline. Okay.
You know, because Niajambe decline because we are already in mind prepare. I would leave.
Okay.
Adum malafi nga palaso nyinta already ngata a few weeks nga nabo.
Okay.
You understand? So I keta wala nyama. So palaso Martina mbota.
Okay.
Adun kodo mati na mbota. They will hear me.
Barobe manka mankunda abe jabi.
Oh yeah. No, aten jabi. No.
Abe manka mankunda. Ya no manka. Na state house. Abuka di amubat.
Ani jabi.
Baro na manka mankunda. Ani ka barobe nyada sa fo mbija.
Jabi dati je because mbemi mfo kan wala tonya. Everybody knows.
Okay. So which year le buta NPP?
2020.
2020. Okay.
2020. Kabirimbe bola je fana.
Yeah. This was a year to the election.
Yes.
Okay.
Ngami for wala mintiko I would come.
Okay.
Baro is still my brother.
Yeah.
Niaje nga feel ko batu nga bala koto nga kata pro ay kodo tamanda matamande wonyama.
Yeah.
Malla fala ala kasarol. Ana ala labantinya.
Yeah.
Utonabe wonyama. Ngami muta wala min name tamara lola.
Atebete
ala tinyaro be gena warala le. Andum pour ka wodida be gena kole ala le.
Okay.
Woto let me come back to my home. Mi ya lonko wole fana sutiyata pour ka bondi. Nga katoke nga bondi ala marolo kona jamfa. Isaje tinyaro membe kela warante baramo membe kela ka baramo nyin ka dida asi soneya no. I came back to officially soko I'm part of UDP. Now, I want to ask this question, why UDP? Because why you think UDP is the party today? Because you have a lot of experience. Right. That's why I sat here to listen to you. Right. You had a lot of experience from the political philosophy of Halifa Sallah and Doi. You know, just like every other, most Gambians. And being so close and being having Lamin Wajwara as my mentor. Yeah, Halifa Sallah, NCP briefly. Yeah, Sharif. And then UDP, and then DAM, and then APRC, NPP, and then now UDP. Why do you think UDP is the place for you? Of all these parties, you don't take Konole, you're experience long, you're tamanya long, you're ideology jube. Munatinete America, UDP is the best position for you. Yalong, or the best party for the Gambia. Yalong, ninna diamona all the time. Kafoko nim lafta falingula. Ka jube jumale sutiata ka falindiroke. Akumata ka jeroke. Yeah. Adun falindro be kala mol min la ko kamma gambian ko le la ko kamma ite idea soto ite fanye nyaaw nyanding ite lafta ko kun ninkela e ba kala gambian ko le la ko. But I disagree with you on that, because I remember you said this ko ne aye boto doy itata NCP because what time NCP le sutiata nun ka jawara bond, right? Even though you believe in the doy ideology. Again in 2020 when you were leaving NPP, you believe ko UDP le sutiata ke bondino. Is it because of ideology, or you just want to be part of the winning team? Because that is important. Because sometimes somebody can be famous and can be good and can win, but they are not the best for the country. So Nico means sutiata ke bondino. Not then it's like you just want to be part of the winning team. Sometimes you know what the programs they are selling I see Gambia. Exactly. That is what a lot of Gambians like me want. I see what you're talking about. Yeah. You see, it includes for me nka minje. Yeah. Niaje obekenola. Because either of these parties. Yeah. Ikela programs le wafe molma. Yeah. Ola nankafo ni be political kono you want change and everything. Ikake molle la ko kama. Ni ba kala molle la ko kama. Ibe kumana mole program la mimbebulu. Gambian ko jamaaye UDP la program le wa sang. Wala hatna ye support soto. Okay. UDP le jarte. Okay. Ya jako UDP le si mano da jindino ye. Tumando UDP le si jahali pachar revive no. Ya jako UDP le si banko mol keno clinty. Moli ya sonko mbemo Gambian ko leta kana tundato ay yeah, maybe yaje ko UDP le si funding kewol si fanjeno UDP man sakundale kono maybe yaje ko UDP le si banko wafino banta, because banko te tarano la surrounding inim banta la banko mol la tara nyobulo amam based on equality and mutual respect. You see, so UDP ye nyim party dole out number wala nyama. You know, and then ideology. Yeah. UDP have won all these parties, on those lines. You understand? So now, it's all not over. Yeah, in as much as you okay, that doesn't mean you are closing your door to other people with their ideas.
Yeah.
You would always invite other people with their ideas. In a kafui kang, do kweke.
Yeah.
But the pruka changing effect, majority all sakeno. You understand? Ni changing nata, then do ko tamandinya ufanama fansung do quality.
And you believe that UDP la majority?
Of course.
UDP we can la majority nyadi le kato bi. Ni aje bi mbina electional basis kabrale selection altata electional la puro ala flag biara. The aftermath of that mbengo jele. The entire campaign team of the presidential candidate minu Asamba 2021 danaka beretar. Danaka. The organizing secretary, who is also the sitting mayor of Kanefe, the deputy organizing secretary, who went, I think he joined the UDP when he was, 14, 16, Ibrahim Adiba?
Right.
Moma mira usen daw fong yafola konentra Ibrahim Adiba lembula. Wosoko ate bolambala juna. Nimbo sedi kan nembula wosok te bolambala juna. Ibrahim Adiba has left. The administrative secretary for media has left. The campaign manager Karafa, if I'm not wrong, since 1996, even in opposition to about UDP, he was the one who led the campaign of President Adama Barrow, Fakita President. So he did a successful campaign in 2016, and he won that. He has also left. His deputy, I think one Mr. Lopi, who also I saw in his resignation, 1996 Labije. A lot of people left the party, and these are not just ordinary party members. We have seen people in the regions also joining.
Right.
So how can you look at me today and tell me, you are still the majority?
No, with due respect to all those people who left.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the party.
Yeah.
Okay.
They are part of the party.
I'm just coming.
Okay.
I'm UDP level.
Thank you, Babukar, for sending us stars. We appreciate, and all of you who are sending stars. Thank you. Because
okay.
Thank you for sending us stars. Go ahead. Yeah.
Me UDP level, I'm patiola foka. And ni be patiola warofola. Ika jamale fo. Ika more jama, minka support, and you are trying to name individuals more clean foka and will more let me along they are product of that jama kafo you understand they representing that Fenko. So hani tata contirola of people me along after ki name jang maybe ming ya tela je maybe on Saturday even more mil jela mili along but other parties they want to join the party, but they want to make sure they join the welcoming first of Baba. And then allegiance show, when you mold me along but I outnumber many times. You understand that?
I want to pitch in there.
Yeah.
I mean, now we're talking about the sitting mayor of KMC.
Right.
He has a lot of star power. We all agree. Yeah, he brings a lot of star power to the party.
Very well.
Alamera election, I mean Soto. A lot of the presidential candidate Masoto in the entire country. I mean Soto in Ala region.
Votes.
Ala votes. He has how many thousand votes? 50-something thousand, I think, in KMC alone. Some candidates, me along run the presidential candidate, dole 15,000, dole 12,000, dole Jana. I think apart from the president and in Dabo and in Mama Kande, all other people, I mean Soto, all over the country, I think Mr. KMC the almost. So he brings a lot of star power. That is the truth. And I know, yes, he's an individual, but he brings a lot of star power to the politics. Yeah. So he also has supporters.
Of course.
And you know,
of course.
He's not an individual.
Yeah.
He's not an individual.
No,
and he was your organizing secretary. I organizing Kenya.
Oh,
I mean grassroots organization. Grassroots organization.
Yalo Mimbije, you know, you talking of a candidate who came to the mayoral seat, and then you forgot to mention that, you know, when he was coming, there were other parties and other Fenkol, and he could have been an independent.
But he went under the UDP. That is true.
You know, probably there are a lot of reasons for that. You understand?
Modo can remind all of them were UDP. Okay.
You know,
agree.
Reasons. You understand? For Munana UDP chose. And then he contested on a UDP ticket.
That's
and then
true.
When that happens, UDP goes, you know, A to Z to make sure any candidate
that they put together,
Ganyendi. Ning atara support lom, trying to talk to people, you know, trying to put in finance and everything, you know, waka kijele. So in as much as we want candidates milia lonko, ibelola nye, de fenkela bari patio fana lo nya, counter bakele, mol manyana ka o bondi kuol kono. You understand?
Allah mola ito lubuka candidate jube, ito ka box order ne jube.
Mo jamari.
Ito lubuka candidate ko jube. Mo bala ka ni yan na jamun kolon do. Ndo ka fa kolon. Ndo ka jube jumalo.
You know, so sometimes ni ko be patio nyi na ko downplay la. Ika mistake le because ni ajube, you know, kabiri won 9 deputy million ko they all won massively. You know, when they left, you know, shortly, then we went to elections. They all lose. You know,
except one.
So near Jube or Pationing, mole kate fa wole, you know, mole kate fa wole.
Okay.
Enough, much as definitely candidate of anala fenko kataraji, but Pationing kadoko ke back. Patio kadoko ke back.
Okay. So I come to ko la movement o matol ila tanye wo mang UDP jijande. Imamira.
Kaji jande.
Kapatio jijande domande.
Yal minkake.
Ka to talalon fo.
Minkake. Yalong hani korda kono hani korda kono ni korda tiyo biye ni la muso na dingolu dinlulu, you know, ni kilimbanta talale you know, bari butung atatina la li jikilate fali dankene abalia, you know, so definitely bawo nsawoni ndino ontelebe kuo kono ngatara kuo kono bari butung nyama nake wonyama, you know, molmi ye political understand ya lon ko political ni wonatale molmi ye UDP la history fana understand ya lon ko wol dol mu kulete mil ya lon ko ikakele ine neketale, and then we get over them. Imagine an example of those National Assembly members, mil ya lon ko people voted for them, and it's not only one, you know, but up to 8, 9, you know, then they left, and then we move on, and then we are going, you know, so definitely atin diati pour nyeke but butum naketa will take it in good faith, and then ngana house put in order, you know, and then we try to move. Imagine, you know, today you know, I'm sitting, you know, on the seat it
was occupied by one of them,
somebody who left, and you know, I think I will be able to deliver.
And trying to put your house together, alle election, okay, alle position will be filled. It looks like you guys are working to move past this and continue building on Allah party. Now alle presidential candidates totally 1 year 4 months ahead of election. I'm not sure, but this time at least it gives you more time to prepare for the election. Now, as the new campaign manager, what are you going to do differently? You have the same candidate for the past 5 elections, Nyanko Patio Tatala. Right? Apart from Adam Barrow, at the elections 5 times, this is the 6th time. How are you going to sell him differently to attract more people, especially independent? Alla base, what can move? UDP la co-supporter. What can do that? Wolu Baba Dorong. Those people will vote. But I think the biggest challenge for the party is to attract the independent voters, because survey attended, there's a chunk of Gambians me along affiliate any party and this is where everybody is going to try to grab. UDP will grab towards them for the 2026 elections.
Follow mimbe mira la kuokono. wolom follow be follow la daming wolom ye mol me for ye base me for me yalan ko de just babarek.
Yeah.
Somebody may ask why people think babarek? Why people think babarek?
I keep asking that question. Why?
Yeah. You know, ni wo fana mala fansung isa analyze no nyado nyama. Because you know mo ka jarile. Adu mol ka jale ko jartale. Kula. Pour ka alondi kuto. Probably I was sort of wala na mol bije million ko and wol million mutako baba drong. Hinyama ma.
Yeah.
You know, and they have their good reasons for that. That's one aspect. But the second aspect is, you know, we are going to, because ngamira mol ka je confused le. I don't think we are going to sell baba, you know, I think we have a program.
You have a program.
We have a program to sell to Gambian people.
Okay.
You know, we have a reminder to tell Gambian people the condition of the country.
Yeah.
Bankola situation of Benyaming. Bankola economy Benyaming.
Yeah.
Socially Benyaming. Romantaya nunkulu la tala banko kan mimbe jang. Purunte wante babala do kote. You know, womum fon la do kote. Adu ngaminje wolo miente governance ka contribute into that. You know, kuodo biye ni because you know, ni maralo. Maralo bukan nukuno. Maralo be keka nyama bukan nukuno. Governance be nyaming. Mansakunda betaka nyaming. Minister soul la movement. Director soul la movement. President la executive exercise. Anala mol. Abukan nukum. Ning atara mol ya long milie kije. Ya albula do ko minna imaje ko alba tamandikan. Ibaje ko alba tamandikan. Otherwise, ika diminna min soto. Ika kamfa soto. And because you are the executive, alka will suppress ibuka kunoje. Aka kamfa min du ikono. You know, aka tinale, you know, they want to protest. They want to protest. You understand? But aka tina mol ka jeko tonya niu falindiro keta. Mol nata miya lonko ngajiki ko ite mira la wanyama. Ibe malla kuodo lale. Tumando falingo sike. You understand? And wobina nyadi le milia lonko ibe la filin katara woto. Ibe wo programu le wafla wole. Ibe wole itandi la mola. Yeah. Because the president wona la mol kami itandi wala minteko. Isi kurango dino banko bela. Isi silol dino banko bela. Bari ni ajube president wona la mol wol manki contractor. Eka contractor le soto milka wodo ko. But ni mol yaje contracto ka di nyadi le. Adun kodo min ka dépense. O mambo president wala poso kono. Banko mo la nam kodolam. Yeah. You understand le. Akatanya min ka jele ko kickback ka di mola mi yalon ko amanya na ka di wala ni mol ka wol be sute ko kono. E ka demin na sotole. Andi ka je ko maral kurunyin wala atina wol dol bakake. Yeah. You understand? Mol min manjari palaso min na ni ekije just because imo political ye support le politically. Ni mol ye wo beje. Mol kala file falindiro yeke. So those are wolum isuti mi alon komba fola banko moli pour ya understand. But
UDP in 2021 had one of the best programs, a 5-point agenda. Right. I remember because they did a lot of programs here, right? A campaign recording Soljama Bali Akejane. I think it was one of the most programs ngami read. Right. No sort of programs and agenda. Right. UDP the program was clear. Ya market le, ya wafi bankudingo le amoy. You know, when it comes to UDP la branding in 2021, I don't even know whether you guys can do anything above that. Right. It was amazing. Right. In 2021, you had a good mobilization. Allah molu fengo kada. And in 2021 already, baro 5 years kinyi banko kane. Gambian jama believe taleko, including myself. You know, Banko Katanu Silo Minna was not the right way. Right. A lot of people believe that. But people still voted for him in 2021. That's why I ask, Album make it differently because Alman for no program or 2021. Alman for mobilization or Alman for branding la. And the country was not in the right direction. But this man still won the election with 50-something%. Right. Now, what are you guys going to do differently in 2026? Because program wo kan ya lan call for parti mi na karanasi ata nyimban koga nal man ke kilint alman tambi fulala wo balbul bari Womatina Alewin 2021.
That's
so
right.
what are you going to do differently as the campaign team?
Yeah, long, not much different.
Okay.
Because ngamin wafu 2021.
Yeah.
Otonya ya tale. Adu otonya kilin wala bijang. Min bije drong. Eka min folondum. Eka suo forse no kata daloto. Eka forse no la praime.
Okay.
You know, min bije, we sell our agendas to the people. It's the people.
Yeah. Who choose?
Yeah.
Okay.
At some point, 2021 maybe nga branding kele nga kolbe kele but hanbi mola jero man futa kolto.
Okay.
Asikeno na jikoto from 2021 in scientema mol nata kol dol jele.
Kolege na lafa.
Ha membe kol falina. You know. So wole biye for me it's not just a matter because we don't want to force our way in. We want to make sure coming useno kamem for inte sauna furela kata ama jarinya wala you know abe nyaming ning atara ka fuko mansa yata molla muto dam malum. I think he got it.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
So with them malam ala contribution mi alon ko ala takela collectively with the people.
Yeah.
Kaje ko banko etara at a level what cannot be done ning atara imam maraloso. With them malam para manke ko president ya la for them malam. You understand? So we still gonna talk to the people and then what we believe is you know mo jama boita cool korosila le mol boita cool jelale. Dia mol mil be fota ye and ya jele ko amang tonya ya. You know there was a time you know, there are people me along ko ye will dol nene min na wala min think, oh, UDP mo maninka patiolet.
Yeah.
You know? So CEO doli yaje you know fahambali ya mi o modol soto mili along ko they want to believe in that for ye UDP bale carte wala. Tumando wo filo be bolale because I'm tonya ya. You know. So andu wotat na la ngana cool falling because that's not the truth.
Yeah.
You understand? You know, niko molengo atil bunde ni UDP na luntongal bebe se mol be yaje ko man tonya ya you know luntongal bi janne mol yalon ko gambia ka jama be bantala lunta yala bi UDP ka dépenso min soto gambian kol bulu mi yalon ko be lunta yala banta wala siata gambian kol mil bi jang oto UDP ye luntangol hormale ye bunya andu lafta tara jang you understand natare be tarla banko la sartol kono and everything so pour ka fako ni UDP man sakunda nata be luntangol bale yalla man tonya ya adu luntan jama fana baaje kanne andu yalon ne ko wote kena tonya bari tel fana bi jang julayal minna ni kol milla ko be levulo min to bi ayela julayal affect nyaming ando ayela moyal affect nyami ifana yo jele andu ifana buta banko do lete mi yalon ko mara lolo ka kije andu yalon ko maral kurun na keta je aka tinyaro min oto ya sutele ko maral kurun na keta jang tinyaro be kelale so obviously isi sutero kenole ko batu nganyil tuje bang ye falindiro ke tumando bang ko sifisia kul sifisia
okay.
You know so ngawoji ko le soto ko mol imam min ta kunu for whatever reason be ibatalale that's it it's left for the people it's the people milsi falindiro keno
baroko 2026 ako sa lapinya ko ako sa ko sayo afama ko ra ko sa bali ako dawo ya bije la bije dawo bije tal ya bije ako sa ne pati fo be farra ako sila nyin silo ako 70 something percent lefo bari Ibrahim sila ko hani wama realistic Ibrahim ko 37 and I agree with Ibrahim next president tambela 40% I cannot believe that bari ko 70 something percent
yaje you know I think na campaigno abe wo tala pour ka diamu moliye pour ka itandi ko politiko manke nyo ketoti Manyanaka is so disrespecting. Pour ebenyi ndiro la molmil bulu. Pour ilana fulo. Isa mara adiati tele nyaming. Ni aso to foka pare. Ikana si ikawol mutako wol nyanta ngunumale kotole. Ika kumol fo emiya lon ko tonya amantonya. Ikamera is just a child play. Ngamera nyanta transition la wala le. Andu ngamera na campaigno be wo bulo talale pour ka diamu moliye fanje you know coming halifa ka mimfo mo nyanta ya long imu minti ni alo mu minti otol mu itamu minti ka long
power belongs to the people
mo ka ni tamu minti ni mu minti ni ya long itamu minti ya long ita sonna modo yena mimmu itate ayata ataytara dunia arjana kono itaytara dunia jahannaba kono that is what is happening Gambian ko jama malo mu minti as the people who are responsible of electing leaders, and then they should be accountable to them. Imalong. So inyanta wolonale. Ngamira halifa be wulale nae do ko ke kamolonde wala because ite ko kumasila ko mimbe kumarin koten kamol faham ya niki yeke molti. Ye backseater. We would work together ka make sure kamolonde isaje molta momenti salon. Isaje be mol mil tombo na be kala je wol balon nako. Million kije.
Yeah.
Wollo mariolti.
Tonya.
Wole dasata lonna. Mol ka mira ka motombo ni yaki je foka pare rek de commencer man safele. Oman tonya ya. Mol dasata lonna le itel muminti wala ne ta muminti malong. Sembo mim muy tati malong. Adu nyanta wala kela. Khalifa nyol la lodu la mu nyenti bawo bring 86 e be nyine advocate kan. Adu ngaje ko mol mim bakon tel nga wolon ne nga wotale adu mo jama. And they will not take back seat. They would come nga do koke together nga Gambian kol londe because they have sacrificed a lot
for this country.
Gang banko mol londe nim fotata to a level that will be deteriorate kan mol mi yalan koy mam faham ibe mol la wo faham baliya tala as an advantage ibe kala joran kensengoti. Can you imagine musol mil yalon koy bulate no ma wol koyen koy la silol mil kata la farol to amandoku ila farol man level amandoku ye promise kense wala ye but for election o bina ke le ka kalerol ning sirangol sambay ka dile ka fa nalbe teglala al si tabiro ke wala ibe tawro kalero min dile la mano la nyanta ke leje tulo la nyanta ke leje o be sanna dépense min nay ma o man soto yalon ko mo nyoketolti yo fonsi wo itande molla yo long and this is the difference that we are going to work on as a team, a Gambian team for that matter, not only a UDP team.
If you say as a Gambian team, are you looking at a coalition?
Of course. Collective work.
Eko atol to sonna coalition olade.
Jamaleo.
Eko UDP. Eko ninko coalition wato atol ka fole nin tol mal lit coalition otesoto.
UDP nena mambalang coalition.
Okay.
UDP nena mambalang coalition. But in coming for, wala mnyinte. Not mba lola wato men nga mim fo wala nyinte ko mbe leader tombonna the first step me mentala wala executive soul be sila at that executive table ya jube true consensus ya d'accord mo kelina ya to ni d'accord tamen na wala be
tawo okay
ayatina ntel be hani pati ndim mim ko ndam in as much as ntel nga fole konte nyaton kaya nyinna bari pati ndimming bokon dam at that table nga fille ko ni UDP be kanyanta symbol
njel
ba wolon agreement be de kanyanta kan wala jele moro nin tata wala yekol jube UDP yamin doku pour ye support soto mi yalon ko ma support lam ko ning atram tel beta tam fawe ntel te hanitel jela just because they just want to be accommodating kanam being a si ngaje ko be kanyantale moro mola judiala UDP men doku foye wo support soto lafta banko mo nyanta wo judi lelal ndinga mutako nin sontanum fanko at that time no, we don't even have to go into that consensus building of who will be the flag bearer. Let us look at things. What UDP have endured, and they are Gambian people, and if we go with them, we know. Me Halifa, I know Useno. Useno tended to Latin Fenkela. If we go together and everything, Mbedoko Kelale. And Unkobi Nyaming, let's put up Useno, we go. I think I know in 2010. Was it 2007? Jame would not have been here at that time. So what at area roti. You understand? Me ya lonko mbenga mfanjele ko mbe mfanso mpatiolity nyilla jamaa ya lafta wona kariala adu mo manyana kawke
hale wote na karnol
manyana kawke ni okay beti nyaro le kala moye min soto adiala
so come to 2026 alwe parerin ka fall nothing together
oh yeah nte wo munte ko le ko yalo I'm just being made the campaign manager wo mun ko la mirol tan everything ngalon ko patio la mol milliard ko la think tank and stuff obetally la ko because inene mang balang wala
for so ndiami
bara abekela nyaadi le nanga tonya fo nyoye 2016 coming together wale falonke but in as much as Oh, if we come together, the parties would be there, they would be players, but the candidate would go independent.
Yeah, I think that...
In as much as we say that, Moro, UDP la ke party bati, wale atne la candidate o winter. No ante, mo jumali be Halifa Sallah jela. Ye Adama Barrow ye kate fay Adama Barrow.
Ole mol jahal.
Wala UDP la jamalam ila siyalam. Yo woto wo jamani siya ni ko be wo downplay la be wo bayla.
Ito wo downplay no.
I mean ate tonya ya nola. Adu mini ya lonko ye wo jama sabu. Ite mi mira, ite ka ideology mi fekoto I wol mo mira. Bari banku di wol lam. Ni te ko wala level ite be wole underrate la. Ite ka cool je nyaming as an ideologist and everything. Ite be cool level la. Ini la cool be fola nyoko. Adu ni la cool foto nyoko. Allah fe min altasto.
But 2016 ni aje coalition usututa no. Banko kole atal no. Mol fata, dol disappearta, mol kidnapta, kole ya warta bankoka. Because atata le fo international community ye bulung ta jama bake. Bankoli ye bulongta Taiwan la manin China nyol nin bini silo nin China be diare sila do nin Taiwan le be diare wolle be mako kanno. A lot of the international partners ye kodi kolea warta no mole aje ko banku dingol nata nyola bari nyi silo nka moy mol ka coalition on nyanta sura so mune kolea ta banko ka mune why do we need a coalition to unseat President Adama Barrow? Because tonya I will not say he is the most democratic. I will not say that, but he's not like Jame. Mamo e mol fata dami. Mamo e mol kidnapta. Tonyala ka journalist ol sule, wakete janne. Tonyalom, I journalist all call out, including myself and Pa Modu. Tonyalom kudol fanan kete janne. Bari, among fata jammela karola de. Mo faman kede, mo man kidnap de. But why do you think the Gambians need a coalition to remove President Adama?
Yeah, Fatou, mo be ni imam kutolom mol hani kun sal mo fula min bota bakilim fakilim be bota kono kile be kono ibeni jikol ni fokola adu ni ko mol kulubali yata karin ka ñun be mo kulubalol te bari la kulubali ñal fana ka fatale ayo maralol fatatale jameni ñin na marol but it's not all about ko ya fo sojarul le tata o jongla sol le tata ye momuta ya faaje na everything you understand. No, that's not it. Jongla sol ni la wona la kol be mo wuli jamal le benyim banko kam mi yalon koy mo kala muta because jongla ne me break jongla ne they were doing their things probably mi yalon ko you go against the regime or the presidency and even ko ai tumando e kata wol no point yo bare nin atara ko keta nyame mi yalon ko banko la economy falter only today I went call after butter ice lela from the shop.
Mo do la ñi nka ko ñu faatu ila cash power to yalla nga complain wo jala every day say fo nga mele yalla faal ko te ken te malo amari ko do ko ñu cash power do ko ñu audit report but ko tetele afo ñu natin why I'm not the one to answer the question. It's for you to tell me why.
Exactly. Fenko that but I will ko na ku faati yo ko ñako anyway $90 islam for one Fenko ba but 75 jo ba be fulale sankan. Can you imagine? Ebe Fenko nyama. Akonye sefa sanya abe I mean banko la economy be abe drop kan coming for banko be abe Kenya minto ama mol nyabo baluwo be koleyarin ne jaralo be koleyarin ne jaral bundal mang equip Mulia expect nyame from 2016 to now. Amantara wo nyama. Karam mantara leveling. Mol mantara karankan sign ka resultol bonde. Look, ila mol ibota fola. Nyim private school la results are far more than public schools. Adun tel kon na flo nyanta dun na public school leto. Ye equip molitaje ye karang ye good results. How much are people paying at those private schools? That's not our ways. So things of that nature, wale ya tina mulya waran mulka waran ko banko nyanta falin na transportation tanin na paso da koleata. So a lot of things mili along ko it's abe tablo la kan pour ka je ko banko abe kolare ne you know mol min be moto borin la ulungolung every day ni tate ko ngo essence dala fatal zinga gaswelo dala fatal you know
comment so kono den kamin be moy
audit report fana yemin yitandi moro anin kol min natana tama o kokono akija faro wartal ko you know so it's so sad you know so for me the better this man goes down he leaves you know the better for him and the better for the country.
Why is it better for him?
Because
if he stays as president, better for him and his family.
And if he stays as president, you know, he cannot be there forever.
Yeah.
But the more akataraje, the more destruction kake more. Audit report will be funte kan ko nyal milketa. Will dol fang manke before 2021.
Yeah.
For 2021 kana kol milketa will be fuma kan na sanya.
Yeah, your audit report was 21, 22, 23 long.
Exactly.
24 and 25 months in the
2020 before 20 natara mantara nunji nyindol tinala adu nyilbita kan nyaming. Nyilte ma bonola they cannot be under the carpet. Andu ibita hontlale. So if he wants to stay more destruction will happen. More people will be there, you know, ka ketu. More people will be there. Kaitandala ko mbe fele drong banko sike nyawnya danko do telbe min sotola but wotela banna at the end of the day he would be accountable.
Yeah,
you understand and be accountable la ko mina nasiata amanan kun kana koleyale you know so the better yebuje juna isaje mintinyata na man fenke mo saju be wo regle la nyamen you know
barisilang niaje mol fon niaje mol ko constitutional de da bayri nte ni mbonyol mala fi tatam kola nte wala na ngafo jane openly nte president baron te nte da mala manya na ron la fa ala pati ya jube jumala se nono NP mu patil anu alfa jamal lebji mo kile na lo as a country the reason why following okay 2026 is because more believe that like one person ya entrenched in the power and then nin sonta president barota meta two tamla then we are slightly going back to that because we didn't want that. Mansakunda mo continuity let. If NPP won their party, Baroko atel after 100 years, ala party etara Mansakunda is possible. Bari not 100 years long. Not a sanjif term fulake. I bo yedo fane na we term fulake do fane na term fulake wolam democracy. Hanna ta televintan bankudin jama bal after wala. By 20 Tonyal be agreed ko first draft constitution kabrana ta baro mo min yalon ko wolle baro support wolle afay bari ko nyin last one min nata even though ntol be agree ko baro la draft lom barato la UDP député le fana ya fay banta say baro tata mandate mantara muta aser na lafta run for 10 times as long as man constitution kuto so fema ba right but even though we want to remind people 2 years ago Gambia was part of the countries that signed to the AU ECOWAS declaration ko banko manya tamila 2000 and Gambia signed it. Being a Togo in Senegal, don't know Gambia are signed. So we are bounded by that, even though the constitution, but we are bounded by that. But in the Bangkok, and 2 times months ago, and the new constitution of Barominat and 2 times back on it. But it can't all more five band.
But it's not all about a term. Ni na deputy soto non young. Mando isi woku kachano.
Ni akachara sinya jamada. But nene buka da accord yet.
It's not all about time. You know, there are a lot of things that are embedded in that constitution.
That's true.
Min tinyaro sembo wata more than ka for 2 times damma. You understand?
Yeah.
And dung ajata nyaming ning atara pasta just because ka for 2 times bigele. When do that 2 times starts? One thing let.
Yeah.
You understand? But then na pasta fana. Wo call me baby je. Mimbe banko city la aka banko la economy city America will pass you understand ni ajube munat na wobe soto la fang in the first place mbe d'accord ta constitution minna adu mbe ko banko mol le nyante la input kala je pour ka constitution o de londe independent mbe son to ka independent mol to monta milia lonko e banko mol engage ye la miro ka ko kono fo constitution o lota fa jeta atel be o fayla dalila jamala kan alkana donata alkata wota alka kuma ko nakadol lafaje you know wala manyana kake in the first place you see fojele si jube so it's not all about the time foka parate nyanta min banko mo nyintuta banko mo lebula you know because ate excuse me for some time ego ngamo ya be diamola ha msafon at some point lafta jilale but ngami jube na patio is too young to yalo wo for me that's an insult to the party and yourself
bari yalo ba be wala nyama de ni dingo susunde yaje ko amon bosunjola amon bambam folo asingol man bambam asingol be fenkerin demande amal loku babu ka dingo bulo nyama itako ka fo mbatu nga susunde fay loku fo babu ka wala nya patio ni is young
bari patio manke mo kilim fente ni be patio lo la patio mo institution lati patio mo ke manke mo kun kilim fente biringa lota drong ye mol soto million ko be marlala ye sector sol soto danga banta all institutional you understand ita manyana ka fuko bawo fenkata this year fonsi taraje kama to modo ta tarno la je mense patio nocho patio mi yalon ko atele man sakunda lo with all the people ya feel ko wolde are capable be patio kono modo wo fana ke jaw yatal so ita be tar la jele edim patio eta because it's not all about your party molbe bankole fokan not your party iyante jele jubel ni to ko be concentrate la patio le kan na patio e go na ko rem even mol la miro be fola nyokole you understand adu yanta silala walla mol la miro ni wo fota nyoko ni mol natana sembo soto over you ila party be falale you know mol la miro yaya ni mol la miro la fota nyoko wala atna amaje the writings on the wall amaje imaje kagara impact men soto patriot and it shouldn't be that way you know because APRC mo party baltiko APRC nata watu minna aya tarele tonya gambian kolbe la firim falingola in as much as there are people million ko mala falingola coup d'etat ko bari be la firim falingola le kabrana ta wala na gambian jamaa embrace andu gambian fa jamaa le input kije pour patio nyi lo patio nyi nata nata man sakunda for 22 years o manke 22 days ko 22 years patio membe loring abe structuring abe mol nafa kan alaman sakunda be duko abe fenkeren you cannot wipe that out easily you understand so ala mol million ko they supported wala input in bankola ko akumata wala na sometimes I disagree with people milka pationing eka pationing all the time because it's not that ka fuko nga patio support damma o make moja uteko ite kabiribe pationing te yemine bara as an individual minin loi manta
wala kumata
min mutinyarote wala mkoti
wala kumata
so obviously there are a lot of people million ko they were APRC we wanted them there are a lot of people million ko be NPPB million ko be tel opposition we wanted them to come mansula milla tumando wala minti momi ya lonko be patioto adu be kuke ka min luwalin sartol manta adu luwa be sularila pour ka wol dol seneyande tumando itela ko mosi wo check domande but as a citizen but your party diate bankola sartol ko etaraje wonte tanati ibe mine barala wo patio kono
wala kumar now I want to say this though, I think UDP have made a very good decision in choosing somebody from West Coast because Dolan Powerhouse. Dolan Powerhouse. How many thousand votes? We have over 40% of the votes. Right? So the campaign manager is from West Coast, and that is your base. And I think nka follow watu wati amanke UDP dami political ikakala nyina West Coast nkol. Ikakala nyina West Coast nkol and Dolan Powerhouse. West Coast, that's where the power resides. Momo West Coast massively. You should be able to win. And in 2021, President Barrow winter in West Coast.
Of course.
So that is the powerhouse. And you are from there.
Absolutely.
How do you plan to bring the people of West Coast? How do you hope to bring them to reinforce and re-energize them to Ibedami?
Powerhouse West Coast la lodula ya fole so mo jadi ko mo manya kan nyina jela bar muna na mo kan nyina jela ni nyina ta jela jebe nyina lela andung ala waro yatina le mol bi je miliyalan ko there are a lot of critical minded people kana mutako West Coast la mo be siari nyaming they all dumb kana mitako hani ko itelam so that's all they are blind to whatever you are doing, not a negative to no. they are very critical people.
Yeah.
So foisi son wolela. Ini ye dialogue ila nyanto momenti ya itandi yake. Itel fonaye means soto ila fami mfule ya foe. But if you want to see them they should only follow you. Ke nene ke ketu. Alla nying bure ndiwul ni fankola. Ebe mistake o kelale. Adu niwo keta drong. Nita ko woto batu ngang nyasa bat ibe fanjelale. Ibe lole lo dulale. Jama wole ka ni nyato ka jama soto. Andu ngamera wole baro fana soto. Escos la ko wala amira ko mantara la ko you know adu na jawo nyama. And wol fana be fanjelale banko dingol lam. And we are happy to be part of people milia lonko ila kuningo be futakang that level to. Ko ya feel ko nitel ka mansa sindi mansa janti la moy letel la. Ni me la moy ibe londil ibe la butong lola you know so that's it. So mimbije intel wuluta wala kono kuluta wala kono andu na political mbata man nekan wala kono. And then that's what we are going to tell people. You know, if we are the kingmakers, let make kings and let the kings know that we make them.
Yes.
And at any point, you know, we can pull them.
I agree with you on that. I agree with you. Now, before I go to our celebration, because all on the final question, Baba Canal 25th. But before that, you know, a lot of people believe UDP is always a stepping stone for people. For example, we have seen people ni nara UDP to. Yalong alam mo celebration ni mo na ka celebrate. Imam ini mo se kile na family kana nyo pa. Min bibia na ta join te kan. E ko si kan ni buka si kan ni min ka ro wala babat. E buka mo su tan di babat. Bal na man ke babat. E be si kan da fo baba bala. E celebrate. And then they celebrate you that. They give you this national prominence. They give you all this power. And then all of a sudden, Amaria move to NPP or something. Because NPP, though, had the money for President Baroma, ni Sula Taylor. They work so hard. I know people, Musa, they like to, you can Musa Dram, and other the people at NPP, Wolman Doku Sutonamanke to poach people that are in position, especially UDP, to make the UDP look weak. And now you're a campaign manager. You are going to have a lot of those approaches, especially you have a relationship with the president, especially the president is your friend. Now you're the campaign manager of the UDP going into 2026. Can you tell us, here against whatever time, would you ever consider going to the NPP?
Yeah, I don't know how can that be possible.
Well, no, we have seen that with people.
What to look for what?
Jobs.
Didn't I say I left the place when every door was open?
Okay.
I didn't fight with him. I didn't fight with nobody. Ni Momo Song, ni Momo Kele. I left based on principle.
Okay.
I left because I still believe. I believed then and I still believe he will not have a happy ending. And I don't want to be part of that.
So you're never going back?
It can't happen.
It's not possible.
It can happen.
Okay.
It can't happen.
It can happen. So UDP is the home.
Yeah.
UDP is 25th, Saturday. What is happening? No flag.
Ma understand.
I think I'll be logging out on Facebook 25th.
Ma understand.
Because my entire timeline is yellow covering sign.
When I hear certain people saying suñ fi waxee ñu ne pa bi dañ ko war a delloo njugal dañ ko war a jël waaye lan la fi pa bi def loo xam ne dañ ko war a jugal ñu ici yow xamuloo luy njugal
lan mooy njugal kon
yàlla moro ni aje hani alaka fo moliye sali kilama ay mankuto min prepare alale adu ning atarantel nyanta balula ko ala laftala nyamin anu ay kila na fe pour wala nga balu wala examples la woto nyantalo na ko katentu roke o mu wargalolti what you should question is ebe mo tontu la based on what ebe jile jubela to yalla ndeka min fo mole even one thing because it comes in my mind all the time. If I look at this old man, you know, ninga jube, coming from Mole, when I look at because in as much as I saw it happen, But when the video that was circulated, when Solo Sandeng was murdered, and then the information came to Ousainou that Solo had been murdered.
Yeah.
Ousainou ya lonne kotonya Solo fatal.
Yeah.
And I alone na fata nyami. I alone dalilo me yat na yafa. Ousainou made a decision to go out to protest without permission, and he knows he will be faced with resistance. He knows he could be killed because he knows ko abita mol mil mitla. These are the same people who murdered Solo.
Yeah.
Be Solo for an exemption, but janin Solo ka fa safar jamal leketa ay mil ji ay mil donga but mbe for as an example. But look at our statement about Fokan Wato Minna. Now, all the assistants of the party, all the younger ones, funding Kewulu, Nimul Bafla, Nimu Kebalati, you know, Kebami Yalokai, Higma Sotoko, funding Kewulu Yanta protect Lale. Funding Kewulu, Alnyum funding Kewule Fata, Alnyum funding Ke, Allah funding Kenya Tonko Yewole Fa.
Yeah.
Ano atil nyanta kala multimillion alon ko nyanta kamfala le funti ka protest bare hani situation of Benjamin, let me be the sacrificial lamb for you.
Yeah.
Isa jal salfan soto tala mol nyanta jele jubel I will go out adu batunga jube ntel alfal ntel minga na dunia ke fom pareta batu ntel nga funti bang ngata adum bitamin diman la wolam to nyata dron Solo mem fata mam fa ning tilingola bari na fata wonyama fana hadama dingolo molom ala fredin na ngana jibe mbina bade la nyame atele tujang ni entel fa atel si patio balondi ali banko saf
and wolket yeah it may favor yesoro
that's it
yeah and will have change we can never forget that
momi ye woke when he was in prison within few months, you would definitely know he was dying. All of them were dying. When Ousainou was saying this, you think he was playing drama?
No.
You think Ousainou didn't know that he was going to face probably his death? That sacrifice for nothing but country. People want to downplay that. Nimolbe jejube kang ala kuala, and they feel he can still do things. People are saying, "Lunko dole injukal." Mo nyanta ufang folale. Yalo ntel nyanta do komi kela siatale. Mo la miro. Purka kuluo soto. Alfamu bunya taleti. Mo la ju nyanta dilalale. Nyanta obedi dalale. Intel la politiko manna drong ordinary kanyo kastigi drong ka kuma hani intel la politiko falina wala sidi aka mimfo wolom politiko mu banku di daleti adu banku di danyanta sabarlale adu sabarlalo moti mi yalon ko akala hakilo tamandi aka kuolwe to nyakan oto nimbe dunna politiko kono fonsi ke o mosi falti. So these are things, fancy political aku. More can I see kafa political mudunia kuleti. If why political rek, why political rek. Ibe kuria kele ibe tonya bali fo bali ya fola. Beka why political. So why politic moy fen rek. Comment tonya ya? Politic moy defar rew. Politicians ñoy ilif rew.
Yeah.
Moro niye mol ki je million ko mo kurun lo mo fahambali ali yeke maralote maral kurun be kela maral kurun na be banko kan ko kundi be banko ka be kuriyala le ni te ko be la dino kela ti la dino keno la because nyaasumu ya ta keno la dino ka perform no nyaasumu ya la kono kuluro ka keno nyaasumu ya la kono
bari ma mera ko fanan gambienol fane Mr. Dabo nte ka fo mo na ya kono alfalo bari ay min fanan do ko yim banko kan mo manyana nakarla mo ta nakarla.
That's what I'm talking about.
But you don't believe ko fanan ko I mean he served up to vice president muna tamita wala kote.
It's not about serving position of office. It's not about that.
No wala bari be mina natra horom wala bi. I with all due respect bari man politician di jam bi min daraja ta ko Ousainou Darboe minke nyim banko kan follow man jawara time lom baake
e kada min fo ngaji
bari darajo anin bunya anin horomo hani mol minu siyatati e ka fayle baba
wallahi
politician mo soto nyim banko
wallahi
hani mol min siyatati e ka fayle baba man tuje I think Gambians also gave him a lot because hani mol minu hani te fa manjol mama nyoli be ka fayle baba
wallahi
min yalon ko fa dol bi fa wala siyatati e ka fayle baba horomo nim bunya hani fangun tolla ko ni ay ni mi sa dabo neng mo jema ka kam fay ka dum tolla ya ko ni mo ay fa bale
wallahi wallahi
ika mo ko
anyanta kelo
so ko you know banko place o fongo tasi bari ni a jube politiko kono mo le a hormale mo le a buñale andi yalla ndi place o tole because I mean so to nyim banko kan mol ke la mo yalla le lungu mina 2021 kabri election o botala ma nya dol ke tam sa dabo la so kono namam fintino ako mole alabula tenum ko do be wol fola bar kabra findita ko fondin kele anim pati support so la tuje molbe jel
nita molbe wato la polam na nuenta no mba fole ni Ousainou Darboe bita kan tola 2001 2001
yeah
na bita kan tola adu to kono otumo July 22nd molila ila polbe sangara linga and everything
yeah
you know ni encounter jama soto and stuff wallahi telefona keta funding kewolti funding kel million ko pareta ko kundina because tel kamim fo wala nyente ko ning atra funding kewol on the other side ika ta on their own kana alfal meme ke lipa ke barama
yeah
ake demi woton telefona sa ke no the other side fana pareta wala no adunga attack small attack ndingol soto no on the way presidential tolam Ousainou nyaayewol bejele no bari kabrin tata fum futata sankule ko nda wutmo sankule ko nda bamam bridge folo feriole beji ay wol be kala mota ngalla jottan walung somanda keta ay am futata badala rek janni feriyo kana rek ay mul ko yalo lafta minna nyimbanko loi la bijang anu loi ka tamandi momo ni be bulala noma lafta yebulan noma buñani horomola ngami moyi ngami je mala fikaje momo ndi yalon ko dokobe bulu warante bero ya bon yebo moto kono ni yalon ko bita wala yemuru
good imitation of him
walung mimbentel bulun ko at some point ko like nyin kamene kete
yeah
nga small attacks no min soto silo kam mil kena nang atara mang am no ngam fam fengene dombe no nyil ibe nyaadu nan la bara juba ka fo
ako ngobelan
mol yewu belan mol be
barali wotuje
ngatuje
so ngol fote ni hormolom ngadiala ni bunyalo nga budiala pe fen darajo a politician te nyim banko kan mi ya sota mi soto bari what else is left? Must we make him president? That is my question, because tonya ni njukal lo ngodiala mo wala fe kon kana diala bar ngodiala baban ka kuma wala mbuka hani ka to
for me
what is going to be the last resort nyanda mo nekelai
no for me it's not a matter of making him president
yeah
for me
what is left?
He has a role to play
okay
in a system
okay
you understand we want a system of government
good
me alonko abe respect for the rule of law sotala ya understand abe constitution bunyala the judiciary tekela a machinery field me alonko molbe l'Africa judicial kabdum pour katake ko di ndawti because amo example was set he was there before lafta wo system wala anu nin lafta wo system wala lafta la through the UDP knowing banko mo sifal miliyalon ko londoning experience ni fahamo min bela ani banko kano min bela miliyan ko be fari UDP kono ko wolsi wo kenole ning atara man sakunda UDP man sakunda lota ate fananya ntatarla wo konole pour ka role play now if you want to bring a UDP government you need to have a political party, UDP political party,
yes,
and you need to contest elections,
and
in contesting elections
you need a leader.
You have been there with somebody me alonko aliya bula minna aba tamandikang adu alman sota sotala wata tala rule ate bo play control ning anata ke president salam
okay
so it's not a matter of we are fighting tooth and nail to make Ousseynou the president. No.
Okay.
For me, Ousseynou, like people would say, he's the people's president.
Yes.
Yeah.
Preparation
of me caring for our welcoming.
Preparation.
From Sadauda. Asobi campaign be killing. Hewole be caring for. But mo ka bonang tamola binala asobi abanta abuka panno. I mean, for what? Nga dundro ngata airport ngasa masoko. That's all.
But it's also developing the economy.
Yeah, will be one part, but akakep jumala kola. You know, so he's the people's president.
Yeah,
and that's all.
Yeah. So what do we expect Wolong 25th asita la sinendinom on Saturday, biung Thursday, Friday, Saturday, still flat desta. Biung ngaye boat ride la bangalter enjoy kana boat. Alon ka fumole ko.
Mole yinkeba kanubakele. Mole akanubakele. He's so loving. You like him.
Yeah,
listen. Mole mean misinterpret. Mole mean misunderstand.
Yeah.
Honestly.
That's true.
More mean diata. Now look. Somebody who would say, somebody mama de flango. Wollam na moldi. Ni wolle botambala mbefenkela. You know, it will tell you any wolye relation means soto. The type of person, you know, among fenko soto.
Yeah.
Kiden ko wara delo njukal.
Okay. Atelol ngeen nar. Dengan ko nara delo njukal on the 25th.
Deka bi dañ ko wara delo njukal. Man wax ma UDP sax.
Deka bi.
You know, UDP mom, you know, ila doku ñolom. He's our mate. You know, he's doing his stuff and everything. You know, I mean, Ousseynou doesn't own UDP. Okay.
Yeah, he was invited.
He was invited.
Yeah.
Look at the selection. It went at a time. Muduli yamira ko, yamira ba mikla.
Yeah, he was very critical.
Yamira good. Amala influence you know in any way to do anything. They call him as how they call anybody. They decided time that he should come and answer. They questioned him as how they question everybody.
Yeah.
And then he left. And they do their things.
Yeah.
More lesson tama.
No lesson tama.
More lesson tama, you know. Ngasong wala. Bari more lesson tama nyaonya. Lafta regime ye change isa ye system ye change. Adu nil lafta wala mo jamale nyante da bulala woto. Hani mi mantara la kwoto yesong.
Yesong.
That is the approach we're going to take. That would answer the question yeming as mol mi manke UDP and the independent minded people animi bantejana mbe wol fenkela nyamin kacha betar la woleto. Mbe mol kachandi la to nyala ye hanning atara e mantara UDP kwoto ye bankoje ye song ko isi kafuno UDP ma falindiroke ngana jibe mimbe kela because mimbe je mol kanyena minna wala myente ko ninko falindiroe ninko moye taraje you see you can say ñi ñep ben lañ suñ fa joge su geneen ñëwé tamit the same thing. That's wrong, that's insulting. You see, that's why we have a yardstick. Lolu dañu ne 5 years rek la. Bolé na fal nit 5 years mu nekk fofu. So la defé naka sudut nonu. 5 years ngeen gëné ko ngeen def. So changing leaders is the normal process. People should understand that. Why should people fear changing? You know, and this is what we are going to tell people, so that more are along. So one day, wow, power belongs to the people. Power belongs to the people. What the MC? It has to be done. That you should know that power belongs to you, and the people that you are putting in office should be able to know that power belongs to those people. And this is what we're going to advocate for. And probably this is what we're going to make changes. In our approach. You know, in terms of our messaging also. I talk to people long way if I go you know, ñun dal UDP dal dega ñoo mëna amé réew mi. Way xam nga, you know, send messaging. I say, what about our messaging? Wow, seen guy, I see, wow, I can understand. Okay, you should understand. Fonga,
differentiate between UDP as a party with its manifesto, its principles and policies, and Gambian people who feel, well, they are supporting UDP and they are on their own and talking whatever they're talking in their mind. Ni ma wul bo nyoto. For momi yalon ko he put on yellow ron kay entabe UDP supporter abe siri Milan. You know, I Facebook I ko fenke you know, rek itako UDP because yo muta UDP. Ibe problem wona felale. There are a lot of people million ko be probably NPP. Iko ka NPP support. Ika kol kele minning NPP la finna kol man killing. You know, but ni ko be individual lol ning NPP fenkela. Abe kola la le. Lafta moli fan o understand one aspect. But again, nga feel nga molo concern nga understand le. So much that we are coming up with a fenko ka jako momonding ye fang sutiandi patiola ibe kukela minnim patiola satul manta patiobe lodula tale la kola le ke denounce wande kela wo ku ka rectify wande ka fu fang in fact handing atara ite man officially ka fu ko mo registered party member ka itande ko e manke patiola dingoti you know ofana be better la kool kono you know to help people understand because that is one thing that certain people want to honestly, just understand you know,
and that is one thing that is very important. A lot of people say that that you know, Mr. Dabo, and we must be honest though, he has said several times he doesn't want anybody to stand on the UDP platform and to be honest, all political platform but obviously there are people they align with the party and they say certain things to people. And I think that, you know, the messaging is important. So if you guys come out all the time to sell that message, I think that will also be more gonna enlighten party allow imosifa allow.
Yaje moyato. Mulianta kuja male korosla. Wala ta ko en ko sidia kaminfo. Mol si kesa barlate drong. Yaje kabiri en nte electing.
Yeah.
There are people million ke babalong. Mane ya felin taliata de tonya do ko nyin aya nole waranta sa nole anji kitala de bari waratin jamfala you see obeka fole bari ko that's not a problem milba fu ka nyanta folale because man ninka kebal kam min folam e ko ni kan kura ye ba fa ne tungulenje ka borle ka silale you know ning atara ya feel ko e jiko di molale at some point will not a boycotto inata jamfake oto ni wo jiki kilingo nata di modo la fana on the same positions similar you know isi o sifa mira nole you know so that's all right with them you know to think that way you know but kana mutafana ko bebe wala nyama o kana jikila tendi no wakana jikila tendi kola wakana jikila tendi.
So finally wato bantale Gambia no mbe jiberola ani moro mi alon ko bina programo jibela Saturday la programo ti ilafta mun fola mole ani supporter so bayri ka fo be siala mole be siala ilafta mun message to la mole
comme nga patio lo nyaming kala fikata luala and everything. I understand ko they secure a police permit ka jeko to nyambita alpha nyimbenduna donc mo wargalol te pour ka ke ay do ko minke bantala na tata minna a jartale pour ka bendung anding atraman ke politiko da man you know abe futala jang talam fulale yo abina flight minna ani luntan jamal le binala ni tourisol binala and everything arrangement ketala pour ka jeko bawo support min bala anin crowd min bita fenkela man la fi Kenya ke airport to
mimbe model
fenkela so much that arrangement have been made and there are people million ko ba receive la at the foot of the aircraft then bari be old terminal building na area jele be use la tabe funti la ninjema fon la isaje crowd mi yalan ko be tarla airport kono sansan kono because the bigger one will be outside. But min better la fenko nyin kono and some of the press min better la ji will buy receive la at that area le you know away from tourisol ni luntango dol binanen damin la you know ni anana tananje ani mole nyo kontong and press be diamu la briefly you know then sinana motake ni kumasi woto kata ala suokono but maybe nim futata suokono ani gambian kolbe nyo salam la wala fongoto andung press fana be kuma jama soto la bulu
wala wato banta sarodi badin wala min be jibe alka folo be suba ni misala kana lo ala mo ka be suba to ila to mun sarodi la mo la wato
la to saro bin dila dron wala min tinde san be na dun kan another political campaign iyakono election iyakono ni banko mo banko dinnati kana fo dron ko Gambia ñu ñebe ben ñoo bokande ñoo bokka bay you know foka paraka dan nangolto damma you know because wala tonya yata nte buka kankilin fo bari tonya nte lebota bakilin fakilin oto nga jeko we manifest weke na politiko kono nga sabari no nga kota ni mbunyani horomola foka pare kuluwo mi ya lonko nga fil ko nga soto yalo ni mo buka song ya fo en ko ite kulu baliyata le because sometimes ikamin feel ni ko kulu baliyata ikajel nyin kon kulu wolo ntela alfal man kulu woto mo be bori wala ikana kuke mimbe itandi la koy mu kulu balolti fo be fanjela ko tumando akwo murunte la alfal la kan woto nga ko be ke nun kulu woti Adama Barrow lom banko la president woti mba oppose la le because banko be karafari nga telema it is different from modo mimba oppose kam banko la fenta bulu woto Adama Barrow la support lal nyantalo nako ening opposition la support lal be kulje ka nyaming iman killing ya on opposition leaders all they are not accountable because molla fentable but niaje be kuma do kuma fola nyimma because molla palaso le babulu
tonyalo
adu banko sato e mem fo nali palaso di mola ala check na bita kan kula minna ala fo bara ma fo nyindo min ba nyinin ka warata nyindo mi yalan kalman fen kara fama fo mol si nyine balance bari min kum mayata hanning ataram be nyin check la mba fola mba oppose la ay ke bu nyani hormo kono lafta opposition li jejube bari lafta banko mol fana ko le crossé bari lafta fana leadership fana e wolong Adama fana ay mira nabe kumala he's not only Adama Barrow from Mankamankunda he's the head of state of the Gambia adu nate kumata mulka jube ko Gambia la nyaton ko le kumata Gambia la kumata na kumata dunia le ka jube Gambia ko la president be kumakan na kumata mandika kan wala tikana mura ko ka diamu kafo min be siringa nyati no na Mankamankunda
ntole folo ka saf
abe safela le adu miya lon ko America la embassy min bijang ko kundin aya fo wala mulka interpret le ya be fo ay minefo aya base mun kan adu ning atara amanyinya anin horomo manta abe ntelle affect la in as much as abate fana affect la aya hakilo to woto sometimes atela Kenya na la kumanya katina le milba noma wol fana ka wasifal follow ala hakil to woyeta woto ndafta kuwe o ke wona nyama nga dun ko kono ni nyoya yala anin sanawoya isaje you know kate fayo yeke oppositional ye fansoto banko ya fansoto lafta ka electoral commission mi ya lonko fana ya low itelam refrilti but they are Gambians too you know independent electoral commission ka foi wana but they are Gambians they have stake in the country
that's true
ya kata do ko nyin ya tiwo ar soto le ya lonne let them not be influenced ya ke alata nyaawo nyanding abetiata but ning atara ning sarful ning to nyatata ya ke wonyama that's better for their legacy but for their conscience also you understand lafta nga cool ke wala nyama na kete wonyama njikita ko cool be level lale the press all the time iko they are the fourth estate akana dang wala the fourth estate need to be protected and ila doku inyantake nyaming let the security people know also itel fanayeti o arle soto dan dulala bela kola ne uniform do itata doku dula ni pareta eka sey suwole kono yela muso taraje ye uniform wurang you go in civil e dingul taraje the same realities ka wala face ni uniform dum kana nyina e bota daming kana nyina ye boy sol miltu garan place auto yeta kuke minni womanta eko you take orders from your seniors but they don't say you take every order. Take rightful orders.
Yes.
Take orders that are right. Order me yalonko is wrong. Don't take it. How can you, a bunch of soldiers or bunch of paramilitaries, an individual kanaka falyanko because I'm your senior, do this and what yalonko war is among a rightful command. You take it. And after all, few years ago you have seen the TRRC, me alone ba fokan. Oh, you've taken order and you do it's a wrongful order. And they're gonna be sanctions for all those things.
Yeah.
You have seen the Assemblies saying if they have taken orders, they regretted it. But it's wrong. Why should you repeat it?
Yeah.
Mola hakil tuwe tarawoto. Na long kontel baking. Moro. Ikonte ne Pa Manneh. Bawo na moyato janganin na kolto na adol ni fenkoto. Niko e Pa Manneh wo manding kolti. Wole enke manding koti. Mfamu manding quality ngata konton wala ta and wo siyo wala enke manding koti iko manding koti bari mbamu fulolti ko nga fula nono lo susu so if you tell me ko Pa Manneh wo man la fi fulolla wo man tonya ya
e ko moy mi susu famu wolti
I mean nte bamu fulolti mba bamu fulolti afamu fulolti mbari wol miliyen kanu fokano danta dami wol be mu fulolti nsano wol miliyan lonko nga sano brother so mi yalan ko akafo you know Zoom is my brother I love him to death I mean he's my cousin brother.
Yeah.
Slamin Jallo.
Yeah.
I mean, so Ntebe will konna nyadi just because they are. I mean, that's wrong.
Yeah.
But why should you allow somebody to make you believe in that? Utayante follow nale. Alifala kumonata. So the home in Bembulu is to cleanse the society. Kamola mira nya fana be falling.
Okay.
Awarta bartumando asisone ya.
Asisone ya. Oto doku bal
ha doku bal bul
tema be mudari
mo
bi politiko e tribal politics ya mbako so doku jamale be politician be bulu ko bonding ko na program so jibani agenda ningo ke dronne danko bita and we'll be able to get a good leader for the country and that's what we all deserve. Thank you very much Pa Manneh. I think this is your first major interview Kabri select as the campaign manager. Like I said, I'm glad you're from West Coast because we are the power makers. Right. We are the king makers, and then I think you know you also have a lot of work
I'll tell
to
you this. Mkontanta, ila kilirola kana adung puruka na force fenko akijani. In as much as bidding walung calls where we want to talk to you somewhere like no just online fenko I say no don't worry I will talk to you you know but you know wofana ni ajabe kela Kerr Fatou la lo nya do ko nyin kono ntel mang fu tel mang fu kel fa do ko nyin alba tamaka nyamin min ya lonko ntel maje ko is you aligned to politics political ntel maje let it be said in a which way tel maje wonya
como Kerr UDP
no
but saying Allah como Kerr
imagine
but and I like that I like that Kerr UDP now Kerr Tari so that means don't want that's good I like that I like that
so wole atida bunyani horomo dita andum sabarla dam malaka gagné sabarla dam malaka gagné albe sabaro minna albe do ko kala alma man so yal jowola andum ngalon ko alba ke kam banko dam malaka ma andum telefona be politiko ko no banko dam malaka ma you know so alhamdulillah
thank you so much Pa and we really appreciate for you coming here to talk to us kabringe kolima kolendi asonendi wodronom and one thing about alamol wole rakoti you know people say UDP katunal platform UDP buke kumande manna okay itella fonka interview request dol ka request and whenever you reach out they always available and tol journalists tol every week until we have to have Kerr Fatou until a show politic kacha grand bantaba the brunch Lamin Fatila show we have to have minimum 6 to 7 people every week to come on platforms so we try everybody but nimin kasong kanadra until be nata because we need people and you guys always provide that and some other parties also if ananka tale kana but you guys are really exceptional with that
in as much as laftamol reactions anila emotions meso la ka fenke surtout UDP bari man la fi muli ñina fana UDP la jaro what UDP have enjoyed I will still go back to the TRRC ka fenke TRRC keta janne fa banta patio minna molu ibela political fenko da mala exercise kan ye butero soto je ye faro soto je ye baramoro soto je ye castration soto je ye bayo soto do kudla ye victimization soto je I mean campaign UDP. Wala itanita. And just because I'm UDP.
Yeah.
I don't honey call be caring ni fengre ko UDP call. You see, patio mi yalon ko adu atel la molu atel baje kan ko almantra ko ke kan fenka manama ke bankoti. And ikal accuse wonyama, ikal victimize wonyama, ikal meme wonyama. You know, sometimes aka dimine. You know, wala na sometimes ngamira modu la reaction kalafi tambila. In as much as landa tambo mambete. And we are not encouraging it. And we don't want you to take that as an advantage ka Kenya be Kenya to. But in left moli ofuna be cross moto. Wala na psychology sol betiata ka moju be moye kodo ke ikema koi ila miro to in Kenya to. Because kalon ko something is responsible for making you to behave the way you are behaving.
That's true.
You understand?
That's true.
And left you be UDP la quote. La jar jar wa diminta bakele. And it's all for country.
You
know, so
all for country. Thank you very much, Pa. Kasha diata detailed interested and jikita. Gambia no mini alonko imam Pa Manneh la jar lom bi akwete mala jumalom Pa Manneh ala political trajectory. I minge kabiri in the 80s for bi abe political kono woto wala experience ngamira bi o senata la bake and obviously la message ngamin koranje wolonko kata Gambianol kan especially the independent kachane muno UDP la agenda and UDP la inclusiveness. I think that is a very strong message. Hopefully you're able to do that. Kerr Fatou Bunda is open to all of you, especially by the Canadian political season. Thank you very much for coming here. And of course what's the name? Mohamed Saho fana bijang but then tulambaja ila fana be studio kono nata jan impa nata jan to my team Charles, Mustafa Lamin, Samsidin and Sire. Thank you very much and good night to you all. See you next week. Bye-bye. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Ja Oil ñoom ñoo jiitu si wàllum jaay essence si biir réew mi te ñu def ko warugal pour kontaan loo suñu client yi borom moto yi ak driver yi seen jaaxare jeex na léegi pour am essence bu baax ak njëg bu yomba lii sax moo tax ñu amal leen banxaas fépp si biir réew mi pour essence bu baax bu set benn place rek la muy Ja Oil soo soxlae essence bu set essence bu baax gasoil wala kerosene naa la wax ne Ja Oil rek mooy jëmukaay ga doxantul rek si bépp banxaasi Ja Oil nga am si bànneex ak Ja Oil seen bànneex mooy suñ taxawaay moo tax ñu amoon leen banxaas bépp si biir réew mi nim gën a yombee pour yow ak suñ liggéeykat yu xarañ yi naa la won ne mbégte rek nga see jël pour am essence bu baax pour say machine fenn place rek la mooy sa Ja Oil ak Ja Oil bànneex kese la moo tax sax suñ station si nekk ca Costa Road ak Banjul wàññil nañ leen njëgi essence bi foofu noonu pour am si lu leer mun ngaa call si 770 8080 322 9070 714 7273 wala 787 1321 Ja Oil, the pride of the nation.
We are happy to announce the launch of our new logo. We have evolved since our incorporation in 1997, and it is time to refresh our new look to reflect who we are today. Before I reveal our new look, however, walk with me while I take you through our journey of the last 25 years. Trust Bank was incorporated on July 3rd, 1997 and began operations on October 1st, 1997. Following the collapse of the parent company of its predecessor, Meridian, the CBG stepped in and recapitalized the bank and held the shares in trust, thus the name Trust Bank. In 1999, the first investors who responded to the IPO and paid $1.50 per share received their maiden dividend of 50 bututs per share. In 2000, the bank fully paid back its investment by declaring another dividend of $1.20 bututs per share, making it a cumulative dividend per share of $1.70, which was 20 bututs above the purchase price. Between 2002 to date, share capital has increased from $27 million to $200 million, indicating that the bank has grown organically by plowing back profits to increase capital, while at the same time paying dividends to shareholders. The bank was listed on the Ghana Stock Exchange in November 2002, being the first ever cross-border listing in the sub-region. Now let's talk about awards. The bank was awarded the insignia of the National Order of the Republic of the Gambia, ORG, in the year 2010 by His Excellency the President of the Republic of the Gambia. During the past years, the bank has received so many national and international awards. Banker Magazine, 6 times. Global Finance, 6 times. Gambia Chamber of Commerce and Industry, 5 times. We began operations with 3 branches. Now we have 18 branches and 20 ATMs and counting. On digital services, mobile app, check. Online banking, check. Transaction alerts, check. Watch this space. We've got more coming. Creating employment, yes, we've got that too. 400 and counting. And we take great care of our people too. Medical insurance, life insurance, private and state pensions, annual pilgrimages for both Muslims and Christians, training, yes, we do them all. One team, one family, one goal. That's the Trust Bank spirit. On corporate social responsibility, we have spent over $50 million in various causes. We care, and so we share. Over the years, we have paid over $1.6 billion to our shareholders, which translates to a whopping $20 per share and counting. Phenomenal returns for our shareholders who purchased at $1.50. Corporate taxes, over $1 billion is paid. Our journey started with a vision to create the kind of company that delivers quality services and innovative products with an inspired team dedicated to serving our customers, our environment, and our communities at large in the most caring manner. We remain fully committed to delivering excellent services to each of our stakeholders, customers, employees, shareholders, and partners. So, we remain true to who we have always been. As we look forward